Okay, we are live. Welcome to the stream, everyone. We've got a pretty fun Stein Format locals today. And for some people out there, that might be an oxymoron, because some people do not like formats with Cyber-Stein in them in the GX era. And that's completely fair. Stein is a format warping card. And, it's perfectly reasonable not to like it. But I do think it is still interesting to explore these formats, and there are still some skill-intensive things that you can do in them, and you can still have a good time. So, we are going to dive into the event because it's 11:01 right now, which is 1 minute past when we were going to start. So let's just shuffle up the seeds. I'm going to click shuffle twice, so that way there's no bias in how I'm doing this. That's once, and that's twice. And now we're going to go to the bracket area, and we're going to start the event. Let me send this off to the Discord. Bam. There we go. Yeah. So let's get this party started. Start the tournament. If challenge will load. Okay, well, I'm used to DB issues, not challenge issues, but I have heard that challenge does occasionally have issues. Well, if we do have issues, then here's what the bracket looks like. It shouldn't be that hard to keep track of. There are only 5 people playing. 1, because it's a Saturday morning, and 2, because apparently the EWCQ is this weekend, maybe. So that might have potentially drawn people away. But, we've got 5 people, and 5 people is enough to have an event. So we're going to watch the event, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Let me switch my deck to something a bit more Stein appropriate here. Where are my Stein decks? There are some Stein decks. Let's put it on Stein OTK. But yeah, it seems like Jim Bob and Clemens are both hosting there, ready to go. And yeah, we'll dive into a game once they've started. Wow. Trying to get the chat popped out, and it went a bit wild on me. Okay, looks like Clemens and Dumb Trick have started, so let's dive into this one. Both very good duelists here, and yeah, we'll have to see how they do. Dumb Trick starting with a coffee. That's always a good start if you're playing a format like this. Going for coffee, ripping a card out of the hand there. Which one will it be? Will it be the best one or the worst one? Probably the best one, because coffee does get hand knowledge, so you can sort of pick here, which makes it have a bit of a different dynamic than something like Delinquent Duo, which a lot of people are probably more familiar with because it's a card and goat that's very good. But yeah, coffee for breaker, ripping that out of the hand. So that breaker is gone. Done. So that means that Dump Truck probably has some decent back row, or it's just the best card in Clemens' hand. That is also a possibility. But I feel like you wouldn't get rid of a breaker without having some back row that you want to protect here. So they're going to get rid of that breaker, set 1 back row. That might be the back row that they're protecting. So Clemens can have a couple different reads on what that might be. Probably won't be like a, chainable, because you probably don't want to do that. Because if breaker comes down, tries to hit the back row, and then you chain, then that is pretty good for you, right? So that's probably not a chainable back row. Given that the DD Assailant was able to attack in here, it might not be like a Sakuratu Armor or something like that, but that could just be because Dump Truck wants to get out a monster from deck, potentially something like a Cyber-Stein. That would be very good here, and you can bring that off Tomato and potentially set up an OTK with it. Now, the issue is that DD Assailant will make that OTK a little bit more complicated, because if you go for something like Cyber Twin Dragon, then it doesn't really do anything because you have to attack over the Assailant, and then, it's banished. So Comfy from Clemens as well. I'm not sure if that was in the opener or not. I feel like if it was, then Dump Truck might have set more. Oh, it seems like Clemens had an MST in hand anyways. So actually, I am kind of curious why they took the... Yeah, and Coffee was in the hand as well. I didn't realize that they wrote out what was in there in the chat. I'm kind of curious what the back row is now, given that they took away a breaker instead of that DD Assailant. I feel like DD Assailant is generally more trouble for you, especially if they already have spell and trap removal. But Heavy Storm here, blowing up that back row. So Ring of Destruction hitting the Reaper, though. That was the new card added. This last card, probably Book of Moon. That's a Book of Moon on that Reaper there, so booking down the Reaper. Oh, wait, Book of Moon was in Dump Truck Town. I'm mixing up the hand chats here. But Exiled Force popping that DD Assailant, and then the Reaper flipping up to rip that last card out of hand. This is going pretty well here, ripping away that MST, and then setting one macro, passing. So very low resource situation now, very intense back and forth at the beginning of the game. But oftentimes in this format, the games are kind of decided at the beginning. You know, whether you either go into a Cyber-Stein push or you just go into a bunch of like back and forth resource trading, and then you wind up in a top deck reward for the rest. So, yeah, it makes for an interesting dynamic for sure. And I think a lot of people do enjoy that dynamic, which I don't blame them for. For me, I don't really like all the Stein formats too much, just because I do feel like Stein makes a lot of non-games. But at least the non-games that Stein makes are over relatively quickly, so that is something nice about them. And, you know, when you don't have a non-game, the games can be pretty intense, and they do play a bit differently from a lot of the way that other sorts of formats play, because you do have this back and forth between like, oh, you know, I need to get aggressive here so that way I don't die from Stein, right? And so it does make you play a bit faster than you have to do in other ways. But yeah, the Reaper is dead either way, because, you know, no matter what happens to the blowback, the effect will, you know, actually resolve, and it does target the Reaper, so it will die there. So good targeting from Clemens there, and getting in for 23 off that blowback. Seems like Clemens is on a bit of a machine OTK deck, most likely. You can play Chimera Tech combos in this format. Of course, Chimera Tech format is the one more known for that, but you can play it here to great effect, and that is what Clemens is doing. Targeting that new back row there, hitting a ring, so ring will pop the blowback. This does put Dump Truck extremely low in terms of life points, but it is kind of what they have to do here, because otherwise they're taking 2,300 to the face either way. So Stein comes out here for just a beat in with 700, and that will actually do it. So Stein for game does happen in that game. Very funny there, but not the actual way that Stein normally wins a game. But still kind of appropriate that that's the first game that we watch. Seems like Jim Bob has won game 1 here in the Jim Bob versus Splevin match. But let's dive into game 2 and see how they're doing. The winner of this game will face off. Oh, no, wait. The winner of Dump Truck versus Clemens will face off against PJ. But yeah, Splevin just setting one, passing back, not playing into a side row or anything like that. And what will Jim Bob do here? They're thinking, do they play into a side row or do they not? That's the question. The eternal question. Heavy Storm coming down on a Heavy Storm card back, and that will hit a Dust Tornado. So a good sort of, well, maybe not bluff from Splevin, but, oh, well, I guess maybe not that good, because Dim Fizz comes down as well. And that Dust Tornado would have been very nice to deal with the Dim Fizz, but unfortunately, not going to help here. So Dim Fizz does make things awkward for a variety of decks. It's not universally a deck killer. You know, there are a lot of decks that don't necessarily care about Dim Fizz, because they're just very aggressive and they want to just Stein out and win. But Dim Fizz does shut off things like Last Will, so that does prevent another way to access Stein. It also shuts off things like Tomato that we saw Dump Truck on earlier. So it also shuts off machine decks that want to play like Overload Fusion, Chimera Tech. So it is a pretty decent card against a variety of the meta, but it's not as crazy as something like, you know, in Zombie format, for instance, where it does, you know, hit like basically all the meta decks. So Heavy Storm coming down here to blow up that Dim Fizz and the new set, so hitting the Dim Fizz and the Bottomless. And they're just going to pass. Okay, very interesting there that they went for the Heavy when they didn't have any way to sort of get active on the board here. I wonder what that means for Splevin here. I don't know if I would have actually gone Heavy there. Maybe they wanted to bait out like a Solemn Judgment. Maybe they wanted to hit it before that Jim Bob had a Solemn Judgment. That is also an option, but it seems like both players are sort of struggling from just not having monsters that they can actually play here. Okay, it looks like Splevin finally does have a monster, setting 2, passing back. But the question is, what is that monster? Oh, Mystic Sword level 2 will come down and deal with that monster potentially, if that back row does not stop it. Will that back row stop it? It looks like it will. Mirror Force on the level 2. You do what you have to do. And it looks like Jim Bob will pass back to Splevin here. So what is that set, do we think? Is it a Spy? Is it a Morphing Jar? It looks like it doesn't need a Spy. So Spy flips up and grabs another Spy from the deck there. Are they going to bring out an attack or defense? Looks like they're bringing out a defense to play around Mirror Force there, and also just have a body in defense mode. And it looks like they're going to tribute that Spy for a Jinzo. Okay, Jinzo coming down to stop any traps there. And then Graceful Charity coming down as well. Oh, this is a big play from Splevin here, getting really aggressive, But, you know, you kind of got to get aggressive, especially if you know your opponent's floodgates are down. Discarding a Silva and a gold here. Let's see, is this lethal? That's 46 plus 24, so that's 6,000 plus 70, so 7,200. Not quite lethal, but very, very close, and gets them down to 800. That means they're out of... Oh, okay. Did I miscalculate? Was that actually lethal? It was 46 plus 24. Oh, that was lethal because, yeah, 46 plus 24 is 7,000, and then plus 1,200 gets you up over 8,000. So that will indeed be the end of the game there. So very, very interesting stuff there. So it looks like Dump Truck versus Clemens is going on to game 3 as well. Both these games seem to be very even in terms of matchups here. But we're diving in to game 3 here. And as an interesting note, I feel like each player is sort of on a different style of deck from what we've seen so far. It seems like Dump Truck is on more of a standard Stein deck, you know, just trying to go into Stein and winning. Clemens seems to be on a machine deck. Swollen seems to be on a Dark World deck, and Jim Bob seems to be on a Warrior deck. At least Warriors is the main deck that plays Mystic Sword in level 2, and it can support Dim Fizz in there as well. Dushu coming down here. Unfortunately, Dushu is at 3 copies in this format, but it does balance out against Monarchs a bit, so there is that. It also balances out against Dark World as well, which, you know, that may seem silly to say because Dark World, you know, it takes a while to get its good support cards, but I do think in this format, in Chaos Return format, Dark World is a deck that you can play. You just get aggressive with the Dark World monsters and the burn cards to basically cut your opponent off of Stein range and just play in a bit of a different way than the Stein decks can. It does have its flaws, don't get me wrong, but it is a pretty decent deck. It did win a Chaos Return format tournament, and again, you know, as I mentioned multiple times in the past, interesting that they went for the Exiled Force there, knowing about the Frog. I guess they wanted to hit Moff, but, like, honestly, I feel like Moff getting back MST is fine for you, right? So, I don't know about that one, and, I mean, this is just going to be the end of the game here, going for Last Will, 4th Thessalos, rip a card out of hand, and then willing out a Stein, most likely. Yeah, I guess they had pre-mat for the Exiled, so that's why they did that, but yeah, Stein will come down, and Stein will end it. Yeah, paying 5,000, and yeah, that's just going to be the end of the game. As I mentioned, it can lead to some non-games like this one, but that's what happens sometimes, you know. Nothing much you can really do in situations like that. But it looks like Dump Truck will be moving on to the next round to face off against PJ, so we'll dive into that game once it's up, but I do want to dive into Jim Bob versus Flev and see how this match will end. Dark World Lightning coming down here, trying to hit a back row, but it hits a dust shoot, which will be chained, and that means that Dark World Lightning will not get the pitch. That is a downside to playing Dark World Lightning. You do need to actually destroy the card on field to actually discard a card. So in this case, it's like a really, really hard minus, and so that will be a bit iffy there. Yeah, you don't get to pitch. It's because it's not a cost. It's part of the effect, which is why it works with Dark Worlds, but it does make things awkward in a case like this. So, yeah, it looks like Sidra will get taken, which makes sense. You know, it can hit over that Sasuke, which is kind of annoying for you. So, yeah, Frog is in hand at least, so Frog can potentially do some stuff here, make some stuff happen. But you know, let's see exactly what happened. That was definitely one of the worst pitches, or what, not worst pitches, but one of the worst hits off Lightning. Dusty probably would have gotten chained to Lightning anyways. Oh, wait, okay, it did get chained to Lightning. Okay. So I thought they targeted the dust shoot, and then that was like, oh, just such a bad outcome for Spluv there. But it looks like they did actually manage to hit another card, and they also got a Treeborn Engrave, so that's nice. Warrior Lady going to clean up that Sasuke there. It seems like no Battle Trap there from Jim Bob. Kind of interesting stuff. So why would they set 5 if they don't have a Battle Trap? Do they have a... They might have a Solemn or some negation back there. Solemn is the main negation that people play in this format. So they could have a Solemn. Maybe they're just like, well, I've got Wild Heart anyways. I don't need to Solemn the Warrior Lady summon. But yeah, Solemn makes sense to me here in the back row. But Splevin also has to know that there probably is a Solemn back there. So Dark World Lightning here is going to go for this one. And let's see if that will activate, or not activate, but go through. Looks like it is indeed a Solemn. So they will indeed be able to pitch a gold. I don't know. It might have actually been worth solving this. I know that seems weird, but if you don't have a trap to stop the gold from attacking in over the Wild Heart, then you're in kind of a bad spot. I mean, Jim Bob might have another way to deal with the gold, but yeah, I don't know, kind of iffy. Okay, Threatening Roar here will wall up for a turn. It looks like Spluvin's going to set 1 pass back. So that set could be a Morphing Jar. That's a very likely outcome. Splevin also, well, Jim Bob might know what the set is too. Like, depends on what Splevin had in the hand once they got dust shooted. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit tricky here for how Jim Bob wants to navigate this situation. Could also just be something like a Reaper. I don't know. There's a lot of options for what it can be. And Jim Bob probably has some idea of what it might be, but gold was probably in hand before. Okay, Exiled coming down here trying to pop that set. So they do have a way to deal with that. Oh, they're going to pop the gold. So, okay, it might be a Morphing Jar then. They're just trying to recover a hand here. Okay, it looks like they're going to switch the Wild Heart to defense. It could be a Spy as well. They might know it's a Spy. Comfy here to rip that last card of hand, so that means that is not a Morphing Jar. Otherwise, you would have used that after the Morphing Jar got flipped up, but seems like they're just going to leave it like that. So that, to me, reads that this is definitely either a Spy or a Reaper, because if it's Spy, you don't necessarily want to flip it up and just leave it in attack for the Wild Heart to beat over. Looks like it is indeed the Spy. And if it was Reaper, you wouldn't want to flip it up because, you can lose a lot of life points from that Wild Heart attacking in over it. But they are going to get out a Spy in defense mode there and tribute for a Sidra, and then try and attack over that Wild Heart. I think this play makes a lot of sense. You don't want to play into Mirror Force, and that does indeed clear the Wild Heart, and Splevin is in a bit of a commanding position here. Okay, it looks like Jim Bob's setting one, passing back. If Jim Bob did not have ways to deal with this Sidra, that Sidra can just beat in over the course of the game and potentially win it for Splevin. Jim Bob out of Stein range. Not sure if they're playing Cyber-Stein in their deck. They are in a Warrior deck, but still good to get them out of that. Graceful Charity comes down. Charity is a pretty crazy card here, and that will potentially get Jim Bob out of the situation depending on what they draw. Now, this is like just getting you one card from the deck, so you are potentially losing two good ones, but it can filter for you and get you exactly what you need potentially as well. So Charity is a busted card. Charity is, I think, potentially better than Pot of Greed. Of course, people debate about that all the time, and I think it might be format dependent as well. I think this format Charity is definitely better than Pot of Greed because if you're playing a combo deck, you definitely want to be filtering into your combo pieces, and Charity helps you out with that a lot. But I do think that, it really does depend on the format. Some formats like having more cards from Pot of Greed. Some formats like having the filtration and graveyard set up from Charity. So, Sidra going to attack into the set, hitting a Sangam, which will get Jim Bob another card here. Do we think that Splevin is on Mind Crush? That is a reasonable question, given that Mind Crush does pair with Dark Worlds quite a bit, because, if you call wrong, and you can purposely call wrong if you want to, then you do discard a random card from hand, which could discard a Dark World and trigger its effect. So that is something to note about Mind Crush. I'm not sure if they're playing it or not. It really does depend, but yeah, looks like a Mobius is going to come down here now, try and pop two of the macro. Let's see if this goes through. No Solemn, so targets will be declared here. No TT as well, so okay, looks like Bottomless will still hit that Mobius, so it's not entirely the worst case scenario for Jim Bob, but definitely is a bad one. And Dust Shoot also being in the back row, a bit dead at this point, so probably you're okay getting rid of that. Exiled Force coming down, clearing the Sidra there, and now we're back to no monsters apiece. Jim Bob does have two back row, though, and Splevin has two cards in hand. Looks like Splevin will not be able to commit a monster to board here. Will Jim Bob be able to get into a monster to potentially pressure Splevin a bit here? Kind of interesting that they kept in the Dawn to Lug. I find that pretty funny because Dawn triggering a Dark World is like disastrous for you, but I guess if you figure that you got Dim Fizz up, then it won't really matter that much there. Treeborn Frog coming back. It's been so long that it's easy to forget that it was in the grave, but it was indeed in there. And Sidra coming down over that to then try and get in for 2,100 more life points here. So now with no back row, Splevin is probably feeling a bit safe here. They're setting another back row that's probably something that can be used pretty easily, given the Treeborn Frogs there, and you want to get value off that. So that's something that Jim Bob has to keep in mind, that back row is something that Splevin does expect to be using here. And so Jim Bob has to think, like, okay, what can I do? Okay, they're going to go for the MST, hitting a Saku. And they're going to summon out a Sidra of their own, crashing Sidras in. And this will indeed clear the current threat, but that Frog is coming back. So Splevin is still in this one, and Jim Bob is not out of the woods yet. They really need a monster that can really stick on field. Maybe potentially get rid of that Frog entirely. But it looks like a Jinzo is going to come down, and that could be disastrous for Jim Bob here, depending on what they got in the back row. That'll be 2,400 in. Jim Bob down to 400. That cuts off a fair bit of what their deck might want to do. Smashing does clear the Jinzo, so there is that. Funnily enough, here, Splevin could potentially bring back the Treeborn Frog in attack mode and just try and beat in on a 4-turn clock. But it looks like they're going to bring it out in defense. I think that is probably the wiser play overall. They're going to summon out a Morphing Jar here, attack in for 700. Will this connect? It will not connect because of a threatening roar back there. So that will protect Jim Bob for the turn, but it's really not looking good for them here. Splevin has another back row, smashing ground on the jar. So that will keep Jim Bob alive barely for now, but that Frog can just switch to attack and beat in for 100 a turn. Whether that's worth it or not, seems like Splevin says it's not worth it. I think there is arguments to doing that because, you know, if you try to like Reaper, now Reaper is lethal, but it looks like Reaper is coming down anyways, and that will still be lethal because the Frog is on field. So yeah, very, very good stuff. The Dim Fuse just came a little bit too late there. And yeah, that is going to be the end of Splevin versus Jim Bob here. So Splevin moving on to the finals. This is just a 5-person event. So very, very quick stuff that we're doing here on this Saturday morning. But sometimes the locals are a bit quicker than others. And we'll have to dive into Dump Truck versus PJ here. Dump Truck up a game. But, you know, that can definitely change as we've seen so far. I mean, Jim Bob was up a game here. Clemens was up a game here. And so it definitely can go either way over the course of the match. But let's see how PJ does. Okay, we're going to go into game 2. We're diving in. Let's see here what will happen. Set 1. Oh, no, not set 1. Activate Comfy. Get a peek of the hand. That's pretty good there overall. All things considered, I'll say. That is a pretty good start. About as good a start as you can get. The only way to top that is you also have Dust Shoot in the hand. And you set Dust Shoot as well. But Comfy, I think, is the more powerful card than Dust Shoot overall. Because Comfy can rip out anything from hand. There's no condition on just having 4 or more cards in hand. So Comfy is more powerful overall, but I do view Dust Shoot as the more toxic card. Apologies to, you know, people who've frequently been on my streams and heard this rant a lot. But I do think that Comfy not giving you total hand knowledge on the following turn is, you know, a bit less toxic than Dust Shoot giving you entire hand knowledge and basically blanking a turn entirely. So that's at least my thought on it. But I don't think that the hand rip cards in general are like healthy in a format necessarily. But I just, you know, do think that there is sort of a hierarchy of toxicity here. And Comfy is definitely on the more toxic end compared to Dust Shoot. But TT blowing up that breaker there. And a pretty decent trade from PJ. Of course, you probably want to use the TT on a bigger thing, but I don't hate that. Curious what deck they're playing given that they're on Thundras here. Chaos stuff is banned in Stein format, so there's no Chaos stuff you can play. Okay, looks like they're going for Banisher here. But that will be met with a TT from Dump Truck. So it seems like both players are popping their TTs early. Okay, and passing back to the truck. It's a bit scary when you know Dump Truck's on a Stein Monarch deck here, especially when Graceful comes down, potentially set things up further. But it isn't the worst thing in the world for PJ. A lot of the times, you know, the Stein OTK deck can't OTK from just an empty board. Of course, there are potential outcomes where they can, but looks like this will not be one of them, maybe. Yeah, it looks like just setting one, setting another, passing back. So, and by empty board, I mean entirely empty board. There are plenty of OTK lines where, like, you know, your opponent has a monster, you get to Sidra out and then treat that for a Monarch and then Last Will out of Stein, stuff like that. But, you know, if the entire board is empty, it's a lot harder for the Stein Monarch deck to actually pull off an OTK. Grateful here pitching the double Thundra, so that did come up there. And PJ getting a nice clean hand of all useful cards, hopefully. MST hits a book, so that'll be pretty decent. Allows you to get in over this. Helping Robo for combat is definitely an interesting one. Will this destroy that monster by battle? It does indeed destroy a monster by battle. So PJ gets to draw 1, return 1 from hand to bottom deck. Very, very interesting card here that we're getting to see in action. I think this came out, might have been AST, Ancient Sanctuary. I think that's when it came out. It might have come out a little bit later, but it was around that time period, like end of the DM era. So, card that is always been very interesting to see, but like it's never really seen too much play, which makes sense. It's a relatively weak monster in terms of attack stat, and so you're not getting its effect off too much. And even if you do get its effect off, it essentially just like filters your deck. It doesn't actually get you more card advantage. So, you know, it makes sense why this card does not see much play, but it is still a very cool card overall. Card destruction here, getting rid of that Graceful Charity. I think that's a very good thing that you do. And also pitching a Mirage Dragon from PJ. I have no idea what their deck is. It's just 1600 monster beat, because every monster here is 1600 that we've seen so far. Either just 1600s? I don't know. We'll have to see. Standby Fade looks like Dust Shoot's probably getting fired. Yep, there's the Dust Shoot ripping apart the hand a bit there. So PJ has been disrupting those hands, filtering in their own hand. Very, very neat strategy here overall so far. Okay, it's spinning back the Sidra. That's a good card to spin back that can beat over your Robo. I like that the Robo is helping. You know, maybe a vacuum cleaner isn't the most helpful thing in the world, or a frying pan, but it's trying. It's trying its darndest. Gosh dang it. And I can respect that, you know. But will this Robo help out some more by beating over that set, or will it not? Okay, Mirage Dragon coming down as well. Another 1600 monster. Just 1600 gang right here. Robo attacking in, hitting over a Sangan, so that does get Dump Truck a search here, but PJ does get to filter out their deck a little bit. Draw one, return one from the hand to the bottom of the deck. So they're getting to see more of their deck at least. Okay, so now Tomato here. Seems like no Stein play happening soon. Maybe a bit spooked by that back row. They also probably don't have a lethal line here. With two monsters on board there, so makes sense. Okay, looks like Mirage Dragon tagging in for 16 as well. Lag, struck again in that draw, and then putting on bottom deck. Setting one, passing back here. So Debrick still has enough life points to Stein here. That is something good to know. Braincon, that is a downside to a deck playing all of the same attack stat, which I don't know if that's what PJ is playing, but it is very funny if that is indeed what he's playing. Ring on the Mirage Dragon, just preventing a double crash here. I think that makes sense, especially if you know what Dump has in hand. Mystic Tomato coming down. This will get Robo some draws here, so that is a bit awkward here for Dump Truck. Okay, well, Smashing will indeed deal with this. So, yep, does get rid of that Robo and then get in for 14. So, yeah. Yep, and both players do take 1600 from the ring. So they're both at 4K. Caught in 4K. But I think that Dump Truck is probably favored from this position, given that they've got two cards to PJ's one. I mean, PJ's drew a card, but Tomato can replace itself, so you're getting more value there. Ah, the one monster that we see now that does not have 1600 attack. No! Damn, that's unfortunate. And you know that that back row is not macro, because if it was macro, then PJ would have just activated macro, attacked over the Tomato, and done stuff with that. Let's bring out the Survivor to sort of form a wall here. Warrior Lady is going to be pretty good, attacking in, banishing that Tomato. That is 1600 defense, so it's almost on the theme, but yeah, Survivor attacking in. An important note, Robo does not care if it goes to graveyard or not, so it can just destroy monsters even with, like, banished floodgates up, so yeah, it seems like Dump Truck just setting one, passing back. Is PJ able to deal with this? They're just going to attack into the set there, hitting into another Tomato. The Tomat getting out a monster from deck. I don't know how many good ones you have left, especially since Stein is shut off here. Looks like you just bring out another Tomat to sort of maintain board presence. I don't hate that. I think that's probably the best target that they've got left in deck. PJ setting another macro there. Heavy is gone, so you don't really need to worry about that anymore. And yeah, Dump Truck thinking here, like, what do I do against this Survivor, against that back row? Like, it might be a bit tough here, and it looks like Dump Truck just setting two of their own, passing back. Does PJ have heavy? They've not used up heavy, but, like, you know, they got two back row there, so probably for the best just to set as much as you can here. Survivor tagging into that Tomato, bring out another monster from deck. What other targets are left is the question. Stein is left in deck. You just got to bring that out. Not really that useful here, but it is field presence, and it does deck thin for you, so there is that. Yeah, switching to defense, setting one, passing back. He's using it as a wall here. Dump Truck is the one to deck out first. Not that I think it will reach that point, because 2200 life points is pretty low. But it is something to keep in mind, that if it does get to that point, it is an option. Rhoda coming down here for an Exiled Force, I think, probably. Yep, or Sasuke. Sasuke works too, just a big body. I'm not sure if PJ is playing Exiled Force. I think they should be if they're playing a Warrior deck, but you probably want to exile the set. Okay, it looks like they're going to just attack over the set, hitting a Treeborn Frog. So yeah, Exiled would have been kind of useless there anyways, so Interesting that they didn't commit the Sasuke as well. TD is gone, so you don't need to worry about that. I guess they're playing around Mirror Force here. But in that case, why activate the Rhoda now unless you're like out of targets? Because generally you want to Rhoda, like if you have targets left in deck and you're in a commanding position, you kind of want to save Rhoda for when you have an outcome that you have to be like, well, okay, I need either Exiled Force, I need a beater here to get aggressive or something like that. So I'm not sure if I agree with that activation of Rhoda there, but you're probably in a fine spot either way. Dump Truck's field is attritioning over time, and so you're probably going to win this one. But it is a bit awkward, I think, there. I mean, Dump Truck might be just out of monsters here, out of luck. But it looks like Call the Hun will come down for Zaborg, which was pitched off the card destruction earlier. Zaborg coming back, trying to hit over that Survivor. Or not, just going for lethal with the Brain Con on the Survivor. Will this be the end of the game? Threatening Roar will not be the end of the game. I think that Dump Truck had to go for it, though, so I don't begrudge them that play. And they're going to pass that Survivor back and then pass back to PJ there. So, Dust Shoot, though. Dust Shoot will be able to rip a card out of the hand. Another reason to save the Rhoda is that you know your opponent has some Dust Shoots in the deck. Then it is good to sort of not give them fuel for it. But yeah, Dump Truck just scooping it up, seeing the hand, being like, I can't deal with that. Just the end of the game. And so we are going on to the game 3. CSS, did I hear about the Quarter Century Stampede reprints? Meta and Dust Shoot are finally getting reprint. I'm very happy about that. Those are very, very, meta relevant cards in GOAT format and a variety of other formats as well. So it'll definitely lower the price on those. So if you're looking to get into retro Yu-Gi-Oh, especially formats with those cards, now is, looking to be one of the best times to do so. So it also gives me some hope that they're going to do more like actual support for GOAT format. Because I feel like, a lot of the official time-limited support has been for Edison, which makes sense because Edison's very popular, but GOAT is also extremely popular, and it would be nice to see that format get some love. And the fact that Meta and Dust Shoot are, Dust Shoot is around in Edison, but it's at 1. Meta, I'm pretty sure is banned by the time Edison was around. The fact that those are getting reprinted is a very good sign for GOAT format, I think. So very happy to see that, and hopefully it leads to more people playing those formats because it's a very, very fun format there. MST on the back row hitting a Book of Moon. So it seemed like Dump Truck had a bit of a brick hand here, going for a Banisher there and attacking him for 16. Banisher will complicate things here for Dump Truck if they want to make some things happen with like Treeborn Frog or things like that. But Sidra has turned online now, so that is a very scary outcome here. I mean, the issue is that like you can't will here under Banisher, so you can activate it, I guess, but it's not really worth doing. So smashing though for the Banisher, so that means no Sidra as well. Or, I mean, there could be a Sidra. Maybe Dump Truck doesn't want to play in the back row, but I feel like that means that there's no Sidra. But smashing on the Banisher and then setting 1 and passing back. Okay, just, taking a bit slow with that back row there. No Sidra, I think, so this probably is a hand of all Monarchs. Breaker coming down. Will that be okay? It looks like it will be fine. Hitting that back row, hitting a Mirror Force. So good on PJ for popping that before it was able to be used. And now passing back the Dump Truck here. What are they drawing? Are they drawing a way out of this situation? Setting 1, passing back. It looks like they're not drawing a way out of the situation. Stein is shut off now. Dump Truck at 4,800 total. So, yeah, it's not looking good for them. There's a 3-turn clock on the Breaker. That's attacking in. It makes it. And then, yeah, it's really not looking good for Dump Truck here. But, Monarchs can definitely turn games around from very little. Heavy Storm hitting that backer, so it seems like Dump Truck does have a plan in mind now. Exiled Force to pop the Breaker, and then setting 1, passing back. Oof. I probably would have held the Heavy there, probably, unless your opponent's on, like, Solemns, because I feel like you just go for Exiled Force, pop the Breaker, and then you just, hope your opponent commits more. But Freed attacking him for 17, and it's not looking good. Potential Ring of Destruction would be disastrous here. Comfy ripping a card out of hand is also disastrous for Dump Truck here. They're probably not going to be able to recover from this. But we'll have to see. Ripping out a pre-mat. Honestly, that probably means that the hand is pretty bad here because, it's probably just pre-mat a bunch of Monarchs, right? Call to get back the Exiled, so Call does the same thing that pre-mat would do. Question is Dump Truck going to tribute the Exiled Force, or is it going to use a Monarch here? I think a Monarch's a good option. Yep, looks like a Monarch's coming down, getting met with a TT because PJ knew that line was coming. But I do think it made sense to do this. So, yeah, send another passing back. What's PJ going to do here? Looks like they got a DD Warrior Lady as well. That will be exact lethal, but a TT will stop that Warrior Lady from going through there. And it looks like PJ going to pass back to Dump Truck here. So, very intense game overall. Dump Truck setting another back row, setting a monster this time. So, that's probably a relatively weak monster like Frog or Reaper or something like that. Okay, looks like Thunder will get pitched, so that is a sort of faded turn from PJ. One of the reasons I don't really like Thunder in this format, because, like, yes, it does pair with Graceful, but, like, this is a very, very aggressive format. You kind of have to get aggressive here. Well, it does pair with the card destruction there, so actually that will be pretty good for them here. Pitching 3, drawing 3 new ones, hopefully getting something that can crack this board. We'll have to see what happens here. Okay, Rhoda here. Rhoda's going to be pretty good. Couple different options you can go for here depending on what you think that set is. I think Exiled is not a bad choice, but you could just go for a beater like Sasuke if you feel like you know, you just want to get in. And it's going to attack over that set, and that set will be a Stein, just a dead Stein. So that Sasuke is threatening lethal next turn potentially. Will Dump Truck have a way around it? MST on that back row, just hoping. Living on a prayer. Will it be enough? And it will not. Yeah. Yeah, that will be it. Monarchs, you know, they are a bit bricky, and we saw that here in this game. That's why it's very interesting that they're like, oh, Ring. Oh, no, that is rough. Yeah, Ring would have been not enough there. But yeah, Monarchs, they're a very good deck in this format because they can win out of nowhere, as I mentioned earlier, with the Stein FTK stuff. But it is also a bit of an awkward deck sometimes, like if you view the format as a whole, because if you play in a big tournament, you have to get lucky with your hands over the course of the long event. And the question is, will they be able to do that for a lot of rounds? And that is an open question, right? So is Stein Monarch the best deck in the format? Maybe not. Maybe it is, maybe not. But we'll have to see exactly how it does in future events. But we've got a game between Splevin and PJ here. Let me put in the PJ win. There we go. And yeah, Splevin versus PJ. Don't see them hosting yet. Let's see. There's PJ. PJ hosting. Hosting for Splevin. So that game should start hopefully soon. Kind of a bad matchup for Splevin. Decks that play banishing cards are definitely the bane of Dark World's existence. But, you know, Splevin was able to beat one of those in their initial match here, so they might be able to beat another one here. Let's see here. Are they going to start? Are they not going to start? I'm going to ping Splevin. Okay, no, there we go. There we go. Oh, no, wait, no? What happened to PJ's game? What is going on here? Are they playing? Okay, there's PJ. I mean, PJ should be the one tagging Splevin here, and it looks like PJ will indeed be doing that here. I see them typing in Discord. Okay, they unhosted again, unless that means, yeah, there we go. They have continued hosting. Just the game has started now. PJ on 41 cards as well. There's, you know, people go back and forth on 40 versus 41 in these formats. In my opinion, if you're playing a deck that either has like pieces that it does not want to draw, or you're playing a deck that like, if you're playing a deck that, like, there are very few decks that actually want to go above 41 cards. If you're playing a deck where, like, every card is a banger, and you're like, these cards are all perfect, I can't cut any of them, they're so good, then sure, you can play 41 cards. It's not really going to decrease your consistency that much. I think in general, like, decks want to draw into their best cards as quickly as possible, and the best way to do that is by having 40 cards, right? If the more card you play in a 40-card deck, like, the less consistent you get, and it is sort of like micro levels of drops of consistency. But if you play a lot of games over a long period of time, that will indeed start being a factor. So again, not the end of the world if you play 41 cards. Just you got to think like, okay, should I be playing 41 cards in my deck or should I not? It can be a bit debatable there. But Splendid opening with the Dust Shoot. Unfortunately, that Rhoda is going to complicate things there. Now going for Graceful. I don't know. It might be better to Graceful and then Rhoda because, like, I don't know. Like, if you need to pitch a card here and that card would have been the Rhoda slot, like, you might want to leave the DD Warrior Lady left in deck. But I don't know. I think Warriors is a deck that is relatively okay to play 41 cards in because all the monsters are so searchable. But the issue is that if you want to be drawing into things like Banisher, right, then you don't necessarily want to have 41 cards, right? Because Banisher is unsearchable. And I think, like Mirage Dragon is definitely a card that could be cut here down a bit. Like, I don't know what Mirage Dragon is really doing for you in a deck like this. So, yeah, I don't know. Warrior Lady for the Treeborn Frog is going to be very good here. Getting rid of that and cutting off Slevin's Resource Engine there. PJ setting one card, passing back. Are we going to see a Lightning on that set back row? Only time will tell. Breaker on that set back row is also going to be pretty good here. Breaker coming down. And it looks like they will indeed break that back row. Hitting an MST. So now they're getting in for 16 here. And will they be setting another back row there as well? Looks like they will be. So replacing the back row that they lost. And passing back to PJ here. Now, PJ does play a variety of cards in the deck with above 1600 attack. You know, Survivors, things like that. Mirage Dragon will also be able to crash with the Breaker here. So that is something. It also shuts off traps. So this is definitely getting through it unless there's a Book of Moon or an Econ in the back row. But it looks like that will be fine. And honestly, I don't blame Sylvan for letting that go through if they had a stopper for it because this is a major loss in tempo for PJ. So if Splevin does have things, you just keep getting aggressive here, then they're in a pretty good spot. Looks like they're going to set a card. Also pretty fine. We'll have to see if PJ is able to deal with that set monster there. Looks like they got a Helping Robo for combat, so if this does beat over the monster, they will be able to filter out a bit here. So beating in, attacking over it. Looks like they will indeed attack over it, but Splevin gets to draw here as well with that Dekoichi. And also they don't have to put a card back on the bottom of the deck, so I'm actually not sure who got out better in this sort of exchange here, but PJ thinking about this, they're going to put that card on the bottom of the deck and going for a Comfy now. So they probably drew into that Comfy. So actually, maybe they came out better in this exchange here. The Comfy being able to rip a card out of Splevin's hand here, tear it apart, get it out of here. They're thinking. They're thonking. Okay, they're going to take the Sidra and leave a DD Warrior Lady, or two DD Warrior Ladies actually, and one Cyber-Stein. So Stein's a bit scary to know about, but if you have a backer that can deal with it, then you're not too concerned about that. So Zachary and she says, is Helping Robo for combat a commonly played card in this period? No, it is not. It is definitely a very interesting tech card from PJ here. I mean, it's been around since, like, I think before Goat Format. I think it came out in, like, AST, Ancient Sanctuary. But people just don't really play it that much because for a variety of reasons. One, its attack stats are low and it's got a battle-based ability. So, like, if you're planning on, like, just running over your opponent's monsters all the time, it's going to be a bit difficult for you to do. Interesting that Splevin did not set the Warrior Lady here, or at least one of them. Oh, wait, Dark World Lightning ×2. Okay, I thought that was DD Warrior Lady ×2. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So Dark World Lightning going to pitch a Jinzo. You do what you have to do. And then maybe go for a Stein. We might see a Stein coming down. Yep, there's the Stein. Is this going to be lethal? That's not lethal with Cyber Twin Dragon, but it is pretty close. But does put you at risk to a Sidra. So that is a downside to this. You could also go Gatling Dragon. That is an option. Try and blow up the Stein and then just leave you with a powerful monster. But it looks like they are indeed going to go for the Cyber Twin. That'll be 4,000 plus 700, so 4,700 total. And yeah, PJ is going to be down to 700. That does put them out of BrainCon range, puts them out of Premat range, puts them out of a lot of things. But again, Sidra over the Stein is going to be lethal here if they've got it. So a bit tricky here. But yeah, Robo's just generally kind of an underwhelming card overall. It does filter your deck for you, but it doesn't get you any card advantage. And combo decks that would want that filtration don't really need Robo because, like, they're generally trying to do things other than just attacking over their opponent's monsters. So it's a card that is not really commonly played, but it's very cool to see it being experimented with here by PJ. PJ always brings some spicy stuff to these events. So very cool to see this. And PJ thinking here about what to do, how to get out of this situation. But it's very tough for them here, 100%. They're checking their grave. Pre-match shut off, though, so might be a bit iffy. Sidra is indeed coming down. That will try and beat over the Stein, so that is the risk of going for this play. But I think Splevin rightly acknowledged that this was the one thing that they really had to do here. And they're going to go for a TT, so if PJ does have another monster here, this will be lethal. But again, this is kind of the only thing that they had to do. So they're going to banish a light and a light for a Soul of Purity and Light. So it seems like they're on a light-focused deck there. And that will indeed be the end of the game. So I don't blame Splevin for doing what they did, because I think kind of in this format, it's a very important skill to know when you have to make a push, even though there is the risk of death on the crackback. And I do think that Splevin had to make the push at that point. You know, you just had to do it, because otherwise you were just dead to Robo and your Stein was going to be gone, right? So I think that it did make sense for Splevin to do there, but unfortunately it was not enough to break through what PJ had. So, yeah, tough stuff for sure. Soul is kind of interesting when you're playing Banisher in the same deck. Like, you know, it's kind of an anti-synergy there, but if you are playing the Thunderers, hopefully you get that in before you stick the Banisher, and then you've got the Soul Purity and Light online. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting combination of cards in the deck there. So looks like Splevin's done siding. We'll have to see what PJ brings in here for game 2. And as I mentioned multiple times before, I think every game that we've seen so far in this locals has been won 2-1, with the first game going to the person who ultimately lost. So Splevin is still in this game. Of course, PJ is definitely in this game as well. Both players are definitely still in the running for winning this event. So it really does depend on what happens in the games here. So we'll have to see what happens. I mean, Graceful's a pretty good start. Not going to lie, drawing 3, pitching 2, potentially setting up some plays here. And if you get Dark World, you can pitch those as well. Pitching a Gold, and are they going to pitch a Silva as well? Are they going to pitch a different Dark World instead? Or are they just going to pitch a card that they got to, just leave from hand? Yeah, no DD Crow in this format, so you can't, Crow the Dark World monsters or something like that. But what is Splevin going to pitch for the other one? It seems like it's a very tough choice here. Yeah. Any variety stream soon or busy lately? I don't know. I have been very busy lately. If this stream is short enough, I could just tack on a variety stream to the end of it, right? And just do that. So yeah, I'll just do that. It seems like this stream is probably, or the locals are going to end soon. So I'll just switch it to more of a variety thing, and we can play some games and maybe do some Astral Masochist and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll do that. Okay, Dashwood here is going to be pretty good. Getting a peek at PJ's full hand and spinning something, Mac. What will they spin? What will they grab? Yeah, Pog. Yeah, so we'll have to figure out what we're going to do here. Because I actually finished, I think the last game I played was Chained Together. I did Lava Mode run for that. So we got to figure out what other thing to do before Masochist, or we could just dive into Masochist directly, because honestly, I generally stream another thing beforehand just to give us a bit of a pillow before the Masochist happens. But we could just start with Masochist right away. So I think that's probably what I'll do. Just going into Masochist. But yeah, spinning back to the Snipe Hunter, leaving a Braincon, an MST, a Robo, a Freed, and a Sidra. Taking control of the gold, probably tribute something over for a Sidra here. Okay, they're going to set 1 attack into the set, so playing around Morphing Jar, I guess, but they're going to hit a Spy. I feel like Splevin would not set Morphing Jar on this field, given that they didn't have any Dark Worlds in hand to pitch for the charity, and they didn't set anything else in the macro, so I feel like it's relatively unnecessary, but it can't hurt to do that, I guess. And they're going to tribute over the Sidra pass back, so I think Splevin's still in a very good position here, because they can distribute over that Spy for something like Zaborg, for instance, popping that Sidra and getting in for 2,400. They know that the set is the MST, so you don't need to worry about that, and they're just going to pass back to PJ here. So Yeah, a bit tricky here. What do we know is left in hand? We know Freed's left in hand and Robo's left in hand, but like, can that really do anything? I mean, Robo, once it's engraved, can fuel the Freed, so it looks like they're probably going to set a card. Probably the Robo there. That's what I'd assume. But, and we'll have to see. Okay, Comfy here ripping apart the hand even further, getting a peek at whether the Robo is indeed set there or not. But also, it can take away the Freed to, prevent the Zaborg from being popped next turn. So, yeah, you're definitely taking Freed here. You know the set's Robo. So, like, I feel like it is just best to get rid of Freed. I mean, you could get rid of Zaborg if you're worried your opponent's going to draw a Sidra. That is an option as well. So, maybe that's what Splum will do. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it just makes more sense. Well, I don't know. It's very tricky. Because, like, if you leave Freed, right, and they draw Sidra, then they special summon out Sidra, summon out Freed, and then banish 2 from grave to pop the Zaborg anyways. So, yeah, I think Freed is the best choice overall, right? Because they get more aggressive if they get Sidra anyways. So, yeah, hand tag in this game is indeed very crazy, and it's just going to get worse with that Spirit Reaper there. My word, that is going to be nuts. Now, if they wanted to, they could have actually gotten very aggressive here, attacking over the Robo with the Spirit Reaper and then attacking him for 2,400. That is an option, too. But they do want to play around that Sidra into the board play. So I do think that makes sense as well. Switching the Reaper to defense because no cards in hand. So attacking him for 24. And will that connect? I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, it looks like will indeed connect, dropping PJ down to 2,100. And Spelvin passing back. Call the Haunted here for probably the Freed. Yep, Freed to, get rid of that Zaborg there. Banishing 2 lights from grave. What lights do we think they're going to banish? They're going to banish a Sidra and a Zaborg. So does that mean that they're on a return package as well? It might be. But yeah, they will indeed be able to pop the Zaborg there. Go for a Rhoda for maybe an Exile, maybe a Warrior Lady. A couple different options that you can do here. Looks like they're going to go for a Sasuke as well. The Sasuke does hit over the Reaper. And then they'll be able to get in for 17. Now, the downside of this is that Spelvin is not out of Stein range yet, so they can indeed Stein here. And they know that last back row is an MST, so they can just go for that and, potentially win the game off that. Breaker is also going to be pretty decent here. You can attack over Sasuke, pop the Freed with, just popping this Call the Haunted. So that will indeed be very good here, clearing the entire board, except for one lone MST. Spelvin passing back to PJ here. On the bright side, this means that Splum does not have Stein because, otherwise they would have gone for Stein and just won the game last turn. Thunder Dragon, oof, that is rough. I mean, that is the downside to playing Thunder Dragon is that you draw Thunder Dragon in positions where you really want something else. So, yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of Thunder Dragon in these decks, but if you're playing Soul, it does make sense that you do that. Summon out the Morphing Dart to get in for lethal damage, and that will be the end of the game. But yeah, the hand attack there was wild. I mean, Dust Shoot is at 3 copies, so that does happen like that sometimes. But in addition to Dust Shoot, there was Comfy, there was Reaper. They were just completely preventing PJ from playing the game. So, Thunder Dragon is also a bit rough when, Dust Shoot's at 3 because Thunder Dragon buffs up your hand to have enough cards for your opponent to Dust Shoot. Like, it's kind of awkward. But, it is what it is. We're diving into game 3. PJ will be able to go first here, at least this game. So, I'll just see if that makes a difference here. But yeah, Spelvin went graceful into Dust Shoot, and then just from there, the game was basically over. But on to the next one. Not over until the last life point is gone. We'll have to see how this game goes here. Sighting in progress. Looks like we also got a watcher, Alps of Cow, who I believe is a major GOAT player as well. So cool to see them watching the game here. Yep, PJ going first there. Drawing 5 fresh ones, then drawing another. Pitching that Thunder Dragon, so good to draw now rather than late game. But yeah, getting 2 more Thundras to hand. Do they have a Graceful as well to just pair with that? We'll have to see. They are thonking. They are thinking. They are thanking. They're doing a major thinkitude, and they're just going to pass back, pitching a Thundra for hand size at the end of the turn. I mean, that means that they might have just a bunch of Sidras and Soul Purities. I mean, they might just be bricked up, but they might also just not want to be playing into Splevin's potential Sidras here. But Splevin's going to set one pass back. And let's see what PJ does now. Banisher would go pretty hard here. Summon out Banisher, attack over the Sangan. That'd be pretty good. But will that be what PJ has? Sidra. Okay, seems like there was indeed a Sidra in hand. Sidra is going to be fine here. Is there going to be a Banisher coming down? Is there not going to be a Banisher coming down? That is the question. And it looks like no Banisher coming down. It's attacking in with that Sidra over the Sangan. Checking that grave. But thinking about what to search here off the Sangan, or even let this attack through or not. It looks like they are going to let the attack through. And a lot of potential options you can search here. I think Stein is a good one. Stein is not a bad one. Looks like they're going to grab a Frog. Okay, Frog is an interesting one, but once you get that in rotation, that's pretty good. Okay, it looks like PJ is going to set two. So they did have some back row in hand. Maybe we're playing around heavy or something. But those two back row are going to give Splevin a little bit of pause here. Or maybe they got Dark World Lightning. Who knows? Either way, Splevin's giving it a bit of a thonk this time. Sidra of their own that will indeed deal with PJ's Sidra here. And also you can distribute it for a Monarch. So distributing it for a Jinzo that will also deal with the Sidra unless there's a spell in the back row. Limiter would go pretty hard here. But yeah, this looks like it is just going to go through. Probably not playing limit removal in a deck that... Well, I mean, I guess you're playing Helpo and Robo as well. So you're playing Robo and Sidra. So that's a couple different options there. Dark World Lightning really, really good here because they can't chain the back row if it's a trap. So, yeah, and you do get to pitch a card here. Probably just pitching the Frog, I would assume. Because if you, I mean, if you had a Dark World in, you probably would just pitch that once you committed the Jinzo to field. So, yeah, pitching a side. Nope, no, they have not pitched yet. I looked away for a second and then saw Sidra engraved, and I was like, oh, they pitched Sidra? But nope, they pitched a Frog. And that makes sense to me. So, return is pretty good. So, they are indeed on that for the Soul Purity. But not really sure how they deal with a Jinzo. I mean, they do have Rhoda into Warriors that can deal with Jinzo for sure. But, like, I don't know. It's a bit iffy. A bit tricky to navigate there. With Jinzo shutting off your entire back row. Sidra will come down here. And it seems like that's going to be fine. Tributing for a Zaborg. Yep, there's the Zaborg. So Zaborg will be able to pop that Jinzo there. That is a way to deal with it. And then they can attack in for 24, dropping Splevin out of Stein range. So pretty good to have them in that position there. And will the Frog be brought back? No, it will not. So that back row is indeed something. Might be a TT there, potentially. Breaker coming down. Try and break that back row. Will it be broken? Threatening Roar simply will be chained. And then seems like Splevin setting another back row there. So that Frog is looking less and less likely to come back. But it is there for a late game scenario in case you need it then once your back row has been used up. Looks like Zaborg attacking in over that Breaker. Will that be responded to? Looks like it will be with a Ring of Destruction. Bit of a scary card to use here because now you drop down to 2100. If your opponent has a Ring of their own with something like a Sidra or something, then that's going to be pretty awkward for you. But what will they do? PJ did not normal summoned yet, so they can potentially normal summon or set something from hand. Comfy is going to be used to get rid of Zaborg. So that's a pretty good hit there. Looks like they're going to summon out a Sasuke and then pass back. What is that back row from Splevin? I have no idea what that is because I feel like there are multiple times to use Battle Traps. I feel like there have been multiple times to use TT, multiple times to use a lot of different things here. I just can't. I don't know what that back row is. Maybe Solemn, but like, do you play Solemn in this style deck? I don't know. If it was MSC or Dust Tornado, they could have used that earlier. Well, I guess Dust Tornado would not have been able to use under Jinzo, and you wanted to use the Breaker instead of the Dust. But would you want to use a Breaker instead of Dust? I feel like it is an option just to Dust to clear up your back row for the Treeborn Frog to come back, especially if you have a Zaborg in hand. So, I don't know about that one. I have no idea what that back row can be. Let me know in the comments what you think that back row is, because I'm stumped. I'm bamboozled. But yeah, that Sasuke will be able to attack over the Breaker, just clear that. And it looks like it will indeed go through. Could it be Book of Moon? Could it? No, Book of Moon would have been used to attack over the Zaborg with the Breaker. Econ would have been used for the same purpose. Scapegoat, maybe? Is this deck playing Scapegoat? As an option, I guess, but like, I don't know. I feel like there might have been better times to use Scapegoat earlier. Is it a bluffed spell card? Like, what is that card? Is it heavy? I feel like you would have used heavy ones. Oh, it's Goblin out of the frying pan. That's a good point, Zach. Yeah, Zach Ryan Cheese points out. That's probably Goblin out of the frying pan. Very, iconic counter trap that does negate your opponent's spell cards and then returns them in the hand. So, hadn't really been a good point to use that. Okay, it's card destruction. Interesting. So, card destruction pitching a dust shoot here, which will probably not get much use, and then drawing a new one. So, seems like it was a bluffed back row there. And now they're going to go draw 3, pitch 2. If you draw into some dark rolls, that is very, very good for your charity there. But we'll have to see if that is the case. Looks like they're going to pitch a Heavy Storm and a Night Assailant. Night Assailant getting back a flip monster from grave, except there are no flip monsters to get back from grave. So it's a bit rough, but you do have this pre-mat here for the Jinzo. That's going to be a pretty good pickup there, shutting off your opponent's traps and getting in over that Sasuke. The issue here, of course, is that PJ has drawn 2 new cards, so has 2 new things to potentially do here to get through that Jinzo. But, I mean, without traps, they're in a pretty rough spot here, I think, overall. Yeah, very interesting game so far. PJ thonking here. They're thinking. They're thinking hard. Yeah, card does make sense for the back row because you can't activate that and just lose the Zaborg to clear up space for your Treeborn. So, yeah, kind of a rough bluff there, but did pay off here, getting into Graceful and then drawing 3, pitching 2, getting that pre-mat online to get into the Jinzo. So, Banisher coming down to attack over the set monster, I guess. Okay, MST on the pre-mat, so that will clear the Jinzo. Pre-mat is also gone, so those are both banished. Get him out of here. Pre-mat's also banished. Yep, there it goes. And then the Banisher is going to attack over the set and hit a Stein, just a dead Stein. Now the question is, does Flood bring back a Treeborn Frog? They might have to here, despite how bad it is into Banisher. But yeah, this might be what they have to do. Tributing that for a gold. I mean, that, again, is kind of what you have to do. And then attacking over the Banisher here. So, you do what you have to do. That will indeed go through. PJ down to 2,000 life points here. Very, very intense game. Really could go either way. But PJ has 3 cards to Splevin's 1. They're on a Warrior deck, which has a lot of toolbox options here. So it is very tricky. Also, Soul Purity and Light does sort of lock up Splevin a little bit here if they summon that out. Because it will decrease the attack by gold in Splevin's battle phase. So, yeah, Splevin going to set 1 and then attack over the set, playing around Morphing Jar. I think that makes sense. And hitting into a Helping Robo for combat. Unfortunately, not helpful enough for PJ there. But we're diving in to the next turn. Will this be enough? Who will win? I mean, this is so intense. I'm really on the edge of my seat here. And this is kind of the fun of these formats sometimes. While you do get these non-games, you also have these just intense, just scraps of people just like going back and forth and really trying to get every bit of value they can out of all their cards. Looks like Soul Purity and Light is going to come down here. Banishing a Light and a Light, the Zaborg and the Cider there for that soul. Do they have return in the back row as well? And if they do they want to use it here? Looks like they're going to tribute that for a Zaborg. So Zaborg will pop the gold, but TT is going to get used on that to pop the Zaborg. What is that last back row? Is it return? They probably not return. They probably would have used that earlier. But yeah, intense stuff here. That Treeborn Frog cannot come back because it is banished. Oh my goodness. Setting a card there, that means it's probably a Reaper. I would assume it's Reaper. And then Cider coming down to attack over that set. Hitting into a Reaper. Yep, there it is indeed. Could have also been a Morphing Jar, I guess. But yeah, that Reaper is going to wall up for a little bit here. Splevin drawing a card and just passing back. That to me means that monster or that card in hand is probably a monster. Probably, I mean, it can't be a tribute monster, I don't think, or else they would have summoned it because that back row has not done anything against Splevin's monsters so far. I'm curious what that card in hand is. If it was a weak monster, probably would have said it here. But I don't know. Very tricky. It seems like we lagged out a little bit there, but we're back. Back and better than ever. What is going to happen here? Oh my goodness, this is so intense. Pot of Avarice. Okay, Pot of Avarice does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monsters in grave. I feel like that was the draw, not the Yeah. Okay. Everything but Sangan. I think that makes sense. I mean, I guess if it is a tribute monster, you don't necessarily want to tribute the Reaper, because if PJ does draw a way to clear the tribute monster that you bring out, then you're kind of in top deck mode again, where Reaper stabilizes you a bit more here. So I think that probably is why they did what they did. But I think there are arguments either way for like what to do. Also, BrainCon off the top kills you. I mean, BrainCon off the top kills you either way if you got Reaper out there too. So like that's not really a consideration. But you can set a card here, set another, and then pass back. So Pot getting Splevin a little bit more resources here to play with, and now both players are equalized, having 4 cards apiece. Will it be enough? The eternal question. Switching the Cider to defense is interesting. Summing out a helping Robo. So I guess playing around the Mirror Force that has not been used yet, and attacking into the set there. This just, I mean, this does nothing for you. Just draws a card and then puts it back on bottom of the deck. So, I mean, it's not really getting too much value here, but I guess you're protecting the Cider while getting aggressive. But you hit into a Spy, and that's going to be disastrous here. So, yeah, losing 400, and then another Spy coming out. Yeah, I mean, I probably would have just attacked him with Cider and then, you know, kept the Robo in hand, or like, I don't know what I would have done with the Robo, honestly. Robo is just kind of like not the best card overall, if we're being honest here. But send another monster, pass him back. So Splevin has a big board here. Does PJ have Lightning Vortex in the deck or not? I would lean towards likely not. I feel like a lot of decks are not playing Vortex, because generally if the deck is setting up a big board, they're killing you. And the same is true of Dark World Burn here. So looks like that Robo is going to attack into a Warrior Lady. Again, like, I mean, I don't know if the Robo's doing much for you here. You might want to just attack him with Sidra. But it looks like PJ is going to set that card there, pass back. What is Splevin going to do here? Do they have a way to get aggressive or not? They're going to switch that Warrior Lady to attack here and attack into what is mostly going to be the set, I assume. Okay, they're attacking the Sidra there. Very interesting. Preventing that monster from getting too much value here, I guess. But I don't know. Is that worth doing? Or do you want to attack into the set monster? Because the set monster could be something like Sangan. It could be something pretty good for PJ here. I don't know. I mean, I get that you want to use the Warrior Lady up as soon as possible, but I don't know if the Sidra is the right call there. But we'll have to see what happens here. PJ checking that graveyard. Flip a Mirage Dragon. So, I mean, yeah, if you'd attacked in with the Warrior Lady into Mirage Dragon, it would have, I guess, you know, I'm not sure you would have wanted to banish there. But, yeah, Robo attacking into another Spy. So that is all the Spies there. But now the life points are equalized. And that Warrior Lady can attack into the Reaper there, getting rid of that. Now I'm even more perplexed, because if you had Mirage Dragon, why not summon Mirage Dragon just attack in with the Sidra every turn, right? Because Sidra clears those Spies. Yeah, a bit of a weird spot, I think, overall. I mean, the Sidra still would have been banished with the Warrior Lady, but also you take less damage, or your opponent takes more damage, that is, when they attack into the Sidra. So, like, I don't know. It's a bit awkward. I don't think the Robo would have been that helpful there, especially since a lot of the times PJ was trying to use it. They had no cards in hand, so it wouldn't have gotten any value. It just would have been like switching around the order of your deck. So, yeah, I'm not sure they would have been in a winning position here, but they would have been in a much better position if they had just been attacking him with the Sidra with Mirage up. But I don't know. It's tough to play these things in the moment, especially when you know you're on stream and the pressure's there. So I just bring up these points to, you know, say what could have been, and potentially so people will potentially learn for the future. So yeah, nothing against the players playing here. So Robo attacking in to the set monster and hitting into a Night Assailant, so that will destroy the Night Assailant. But the Night Assailant will be able to pop the Mirage Dragon. Robo getting that draw and put back, but like, I mean, again, is it doing much for you here? I don't really know. Maybe that draw is gonna turn the game around. Maybe it's gonna make a difference. But I think overall here is just kind of an underwhelming spot to be in. TD has not been used up by PJ though, so that is a potential option for what one of those back row might be, and Splevin knows that, so they are definitely taking their time thinking about what to do here. And they're probably thinking like, okay, I can just wall up here. I don't think that PJ has a way to deal with this that easily. So I think that this is a fine course of events here. The issue is that Splevin will eventually have to push, but they're probably trying to draw into their Jinzo to push, right? But yeah, the return from different dimension is going to make things a bit tough for Splevin eventually. If PJ is playing another one, they might just be on the one. but it is a card that's around. And I don't think it's limited at this point. So, yeah, PJ does play Sasuke, which can have a pretty good effect here. Splovin does not have ring, and PJ does have ring. So PJ has ring. Both players' life points are equal, so that could force a draw. But yeah, that is an important card to know about. And PJ's gone through a fair bit of their deck, so they might have it here. Setting 5 back row total. I mean, Splovin's heavy is gone, so you don't really need to worry about that. Deathshoot coming down here, spinning card back into the deck, or getting a peek at what's in the hand at least. Yeah, this is very, very close for sure. I think PJ might have an advantage here. The issue is that, like, they are the first one to deck out here. So, I mean, it's kind of awkward. I mean, like, they might have the tools to actually make a big push here, but those tools might be a bit awkward to use, right? Like, you might have to summon out a monster, activate TT, blow up the whole board, and then go for a turn and do a play like that. Like, it's not ideal, but it is something. Deathshoot again to spin back things. You know about double gold and a Sidra, but this gets a peek at that last card in hand. If it's like Jinda, you want to spin that back. So, what will they spin? They're going to spin that one back. Spin back a Sidra. So, I'll get shuffled back into that deck there. Yeah, Double Dust is going to be pretty good. Well, this will be lethal if PJ does not have a way to deal with it. And nothing that they can ring here that will actually be the end of the game. But yeah, this will... Oh, T-Roar! T-Roar! Oh, no! That actually might be the end of the game here. You got to tribute over that Robo, so... Or tribute over the Spy. That is also an option. Actually, might be better to tribute over the Spy, all things considered. But no, they're going to tribute over the Robo, prevent PJ from getting it back. But if PJ does draw into something like Mirage Dragon, then you might be a bit cooked here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think I might have honestly tribute set a Spy. But yeah, PJ can force a draw if they've got the ring, which they very likely do, given all their back row. But Heavy Storm, oh, that is going to be rough. And this is probably going to be the end of the game. So again, I think they should have tributed over the Spy. Like, I think that would have been the better play overall. But yeah, they played, I don't know. I think that Spellman would have survived here if they treated over the Spy. I think it probably would have been the better option, but yeah, no ring there. So that would be the end of the game. Yeah, I think this game could have still been going on. The Freed would have attacked over the Sidra, but those Spies would have still been up. And like, I think Splovin could have definitely won this one if they had played this ending a bit differently. But it's tough to know that in the moment, right? So, yeah, Helping Road for Combat is a funny card indeed. And PJ did get to use it a fair bit this game. I don't really think it's the best card in the world, but it is a light. They can pair with Soul Purian Light, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, no other match. It's just a locals. So, yeah, it's just a single elimination event. So they might have a tournament match. That is, that's probably what they're talking about here. But either way, very GG's, and PJ is indeed a winner of this event. So that means that they're going to be able to get their name higher on the locals leaderboard. And yeah, it's going to be awesome for them. So congrats to PJ here for winning that one. I'll put that into the challenge and mark that down once this wheel keeps on spinning and wraps up. But yeah, after this, I will play some Master Duel Masochist here. Let's put in PJ won that one. So there we go. We have our winner. PJ winning the event here with their light deck. So very, very cool to see. But yeah, very, very close game 3 indeed. But yep, that's going to be that one. And I pulled up the format library breakdown of Stein Format just in case we needed it, but it looks like we didn't. But yeah, cool stuff. So now we head on into the second half of the stream here. The impromptu half of the stream, as I pull up Master Duel for Master Duel Masochist. So if people want to see that, stick around. It should be a lot of fun. But I'll do this for a bit. And yeah, I haven't been able to do as many variety streams, unfortunately, in the past couple weeks. But we're getting back into it with the Master Duel Masochist stuff. Okay. Let's see here. Is this... There we go. hopefully we've got the Master Duel Masochist in the right spot on the screen to not be, you know, hiding key information. But downloading an update real quick. Oh, Gimmick Puppet Chimera Doll. Yeah, cool card. I'm excited for Gimmick Puppets. I think that deck is cool. So once we get to it in Zexal at some point, it should be a lot of fun. Witchcrafters are also a cool deck that I want to be playing around with. Honestly, I'm pretty excited for the archetype stuff coming in later formats. Partially because it makes my job a lot easier. It's a lot easier when playing in a format to be like, well, what are the new decks? Well, the new archetypes, and there you go, right? So that's something that I'm looking forward to a bit. Should make it things a bit easier. And of course, in later formats, you can still have creativity in how you build things. Like, you don't have to go one-to-one with a given archetype. People combine archetypes all the time. People play, you know, decks that are just based on a couple different cards that are individually powerful that you wouldn't necessarily call an archetype. But I do think it will make things a lot easier for me. So that'll be fun. But I still got a couple different videos left in zombie format before we go into Perfect Circle. So that should also be a fun time. But let me change this to Master. I'll just say MD Masochist. The Maryland Masochists. MD Masochist there. Whoops. I don't want to move that. I want to move this. There we go. More centered there. Download. Oh, I need to click start. I'm dumb. Excuse that there. Okay, we're in the Master Duel Masochist stuff. We get an update here. We do get some more gems, so that's fun. Let's quickly do a refresher on the deck that we have. And also, you know, if you haven't seen the past ones, then you can sort of see what deck we're on here, what our build is so far. So we're going to edit that deck, dive into it, and see that we've got a pretty monster-based deck, which makes sense at this stage in Masochist because we do not have enough spells and traps to actually make things worth it. But we got a lot of decent cards here. Can people actually see this? They can't really see it that well. Let me, I'll move this over so we can see some stuff. Yep. So yeah, we got a bunch of different cards here. I'd say the real standout stars of the deck, Antlion, crazy card. It's just, it can just tear apart your opponent's board. And we do have a fair amount of insects to play with, like Beatron, for instance, here. Do we have any? We have some more insects, I think. But yeah, a lot of the cards in our deck are just played for stats. So, oh, Insect Knight. We got Insect Knight too. So, you know, you'll see a lot of monsters that we're just in here for stats. We got a lot of pendulum monsters as well. We just do some pendulum summons. Civil Pub, you actually can't pendulum summon with, but this is just here as just a monster you can summon out for an 1800 beater. That you usually can use as a 2 tribute monster. We've got Aodos here as just a boost sometimes, but also it does pair with our Noble Knight Pelador, which is kind of cool. Got Edequa as like our one real trap. But yeah, and then we got a bunch of cards in the extra deck. Like, we decided to like buff out our extra deck because there's no real world in which we're using up all these cards, which would be a condition for like Ankh-Fright, which actually I think we cut Ankh-Fright last time. So yeah, now there's really no reason to play, you know, less than 15 in the extra deck. But main things that we're going into from the extra deck are going to be our Super Quantum Mess Beast, Erebos. This is a Book of Moon, which is kind of cool. Our Link monsters, so like Claire and Rushko, we never have found a need to go into, but it's something we can if we want to. We got Booster Dragon, which we don't have rockets, but actually we do have Exploder Rocket and Magna Rocket, so actually we can potentially go into Booster Dragon if we want to. Armalire here, which can use special summon out more for extension. Geonator Transverser to steal games occasionally. Traffic Ghost, never really come up, but maybe it will someday. G-Golem Invalid Dolmen can potentially come up. It's a 28-turn guy, so that's pretty good. Those are the main things we're going into. We also do have lines into Transcendosaurus Glaciosaur, which we have not actually managed to get into yet, but we do have a couple guys here like Ice Jade Ran Adrian, which can bring out some stuff, and you can make you know, this level 12 water synchro here. So a lot of different cool options here overall. I think it's a fun deck, and we've actually managed to get some wins with it. So let's see if we can continue to get some wins. Now, if you're not familiar with Master Duel Masochist, basically how it works is, you know, basically we play games and try and win games. And if we win games, then we get to add a pack to our collection and sort of build out our deck even more. So it's a fun sort of challenge, originated by Simo, who also originated the History of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Progression series, which, you know, part of what inspired my channel was the History of Yu-Gi-Oh! Series from Simo. So, you know, it is I'm just following Sumo's footsteps, I guess, here as well. But big shouts to him, and hope he's doing well. But we're going to be diving into the games here themselves. This is the longest it's taken for this sort of intro to the duel thing to happen. Hopefully that's not a bad sign for later. Let's see. I need to figure out how to actually get the duel window to a point where it's looking good. Let's see if I'll figure that out on my opponent's turn probably. What do I start with here is the question. I think I could start with a Neutron. They might Veiler that or something. Okay, looks like they don't have Veiler. I'm just going to pass on this, I guess. I didn't draw any of my defensive stuff, so a bit awkward there. Anyways, let's try and adjust the window here so that way we can... That should be good. You can see their life points well enough, you know. But yeah, we don't have a machine tuner in deck, but still a guy, you know. Not terrible. This deck should be going second. I don't know. Okay, or we're just winning the game from this. That works too. Flip Flop Frog, let's go. We don't have a level 7 in Synchro, I don't think. Yeah, no level 7s. But we can just summon out Boggart Knight and get aggressive here. And I mean, let's just attack in. Like, I don't think I need to make an Ouroboros or a Link monster here. I think I can just go for this and be fine with it. So that's what I'll do. We can tribute summon out Exploder Rocket Dragon if we really want to at some point. But I don't think we need to. Boom, 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 boom. It might be still the Stein locals, honestly, Zach and Cheese, given what our opponent's playing. But we do have some 5Ds cards here. And, I mean, this is a game. So, let's see what they pitch. They pitch a Crown by the World. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't set that, but okay. You do you, man. We could end it with that. I don't really know. I'm just going to end it with Abyss Soldier. Let's just get in here. Bam. 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 Easy. Easy. Sometimes it's just too easy is the issue. So, I mean, right off the bat, we're getting into a thing here, so that's pretty good. I love how happy Ritual Raven gets when we win. Look at him. Look at him. He's so happy. He's so happy. Isn't that nice? Yeah, so we do get a pack here. Let's see if we get a good one. But yeah, going through Bronze will definitely get us some more packs, which is nice. Always fun when the season rotates out. But yeah, let's get a Master Pack. One Master Pack, and then however many Legacy Packs we got. So let's go one pack here. Purchase that pack. Let's see what we get. We're going to open this up. Hopefully get something good. No whammies, no whammies. Okay, we got Red Supremacy. This is a Red Dragon Archfiend thing, which we don't have any of those. Ice Jade Tremora. Okay, we do have some Ice Jade things. If face up water monster you control. No, that's not useful for us. With only one Ice Jade, it's really not good here, so I don't think we can play that. Cabrera Stone, the iconic card from the 5Ds anime. We don't have Triangle Zero, so it's very bad for us, but very funny there. Tigerius, it's an 1800 guy, so that's something. I don't think we really have any other good Glad Beasts, though, so... I mean, it's an Earth 1800, that might not be bad, so... we'll see. We got another Ice Jade, though. Ice Jade Tinola. You can send a card from your hand to the graveyard, then turn one water monster from the graveyard. Send this card from the field to the graveyard, and if you do, spell summon that targeted monster. This might... is it worth playing? I don't know. The second part of the effect, like, we can't really do anything with, right? This part here, because we need a critical mass by Ice Jade monster. Sure, we have level 5 as well, but level 5 is really bad for us, so I don't know, this is like kind of a worse Lumina. So yeah, I'm not sure we play Ice Shade Tanola, but it's kind of cool. We definitely play Synchron, I think, here. This is a pretty good card. It's a tuner, level 2 tuner. It's also a pendulum scale. This card is kind of wild. We also do have some Perform Power and Odd-Eyed monsters as well, so we can do some stuff with that. I think Odd-Eye Synchron is really, really good for us here. And let's see, when it's normal summoned, we can carry level 3 or lower Perform Pal. I don't think we have level 3 or lowers in the graveyard, or in our deck, but not bad. And then once per turn, you can target one card in the Pendulum Zone, special summon it. I mean, that seems pretty good. That also seems pretty good for just going into a synchro like that. Queen's Knight we're not playing, but very funny. And Gladiator's Charge. Okay, we're getting some synergistic cards in this pack. That's kind of cool. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't have enough Glad Beasts to make that work. But Odd-Eyed Synchron, that is a great pickup. And we do have some more stuff for Ice Shade, so if we ever do get enough to make that into a deck, we can play that. So that's kind of cool. 2 LAC packs as well. Let's open these up. Let's see what we get. Opening this up. They're gold, so that's a good sign, I think. Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron actually is not too bad. The only thing is that we don't have any level 5 synchros. We just have a level 4. But if we got a level 1 engrave, we can potentially do stuff with that. And then Blizzard Warrior, another water for our deck, so that's kind of cool. But this is a really bad card, so I'm not going to play it. We could just go a water direction with the Ice Shades, though. But I do want more of those to actually make that work. DD Crazy Beast is funny, but I don't think it really sees much play in this format. And then Catnip Kitty, really bad. Really, really bad card. Awful card, even when it came out. Really bad. Yeah, we're going to go into the deck edit, though, and try and adjust things a bit. I think we do have some things that we can change. At the very least, we can add in the Odd-Eyes Synchron here. Perform Pal Odd-Eyes Synchron. Because we do have some Perform Pals. We got Perform Pal Bow Bow Wow. I think we got another one. Yeah, Perform Pal Odd-Eyes Seer. So we have a couple different options here for that effect. I think it is pretty good. So we're just going to stick it in. It's also a scale 2 or scale 6, which is better than some of our other scales, I think. So, like, do we cut out a Crystal Master for this? I think we might, because Crystal Master is scale 5, and we were just playing it for that scale. So I think honestly we cut out the Crystal Master. I'm gonna do it. Get it out of there. And yeah, let's see. Do we want to replace anything with Tigerius? Any like 1700 guys that we want to do something with? Maybe Skilled White Magician. But it might be good just to have that 1700 attack. 1800, 1400 is 1800, 800. Dino Sowing is a defensive card that we want. Yeah, I'm not sure we put in Tigerius. I don't think we put in Tigerius. Let me look up Gladiator Beast to see what else we have here for this. We got a Dimikari. I believe we do indeed have that Dimikari, but that's it. The cards from before here are because this Master Duel account is it's based on my old account. I basically emptied out all the cards I could, and we could see that. But yeah, so the only one we have here is Dimikari. All the others were from like campaign mode and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunately, not enough for us to really make that work, in my opinion. So yeah, but yeah, our level 4 is Haster for our synchro, if that's what you're referring to. But yeah, I'm happy with this. We do have another Perform Pal monster that we could add. Let me just see. I think it's like kind of bad, so that's why we haven't included it. But it's actually we have a couple here, I guess. We start building this out. I don't know if these were from. These might have. These are cannot dismantle cards, so I think these were just from before. I think the first one we have is Seer, and everything else here we got normally. So actually, we might not have Thunder Rhino normally. I think we have Thunder Rhino normally. There were some cards. Yeah, I don't think. I think everything else. Yeah, I think we have Thunder Rhino normally. So, is this worth playing? I don't think it is really. Is Corn worth playing? I don't like that card either. Is Uni worth playing? I don't think we have enough to make that work. I think we got the good perform pals in our deck. Yeah. I think that's good. Let's save and return. Yeah. So let's dive into a game. I feel good about this. I do feel good about this deck overall. Let's dive into it. Let's see if we can win a couple more. Let's see if we can make it out of bronze today. I think we probably can. Bronze is generally like, you know, you just have people who are, I mean, they're just not playing their deck, right? That's what the first person was doing. So, just farming. But, we're going second. I mean, I don't hate going second. Our deck does kind of not really have much to do going first. The main reason I go first is because it gets a body on board, and also, I do have some cards that like going first, like Scapegoats and things like that, but are we actually going to be able to pull off, Adrian? We do have Ice Queen to pitch for it. That is an option. Hold up. Level 7. We just need a level 5 to go into. Okay, but we might be able to pull off the Glaciosaurus this game. We might be able to do it. I'm hopeful. We also have Supreme King Dragon, Odd Eyes, something. Yeah, Odd Eyes. But yeah, we're feeling good about this, I think, overall. Oh no, they're on Blue Eyes. Ugh, that's actually a decent deck. Our deck has a bit of trouble dealing with that. Gonna bring out that Dictator of D. They're popping off a bit here. Okay, no, that's it. So they're not really popping off too much. Card. Oh! We can do it! We can do it! Let's go! Okay, I have to do it. I have to do it. There's no way I don't do it. Pitch Ice Queen. Come on. Come on. Don't have anything here. Don't have anything here. True Light. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay, we're going. We're going. Let's go. It's a human, and also, we gotta be going. Oh, yeah, they're probably queuing in the DC Cup. Yeah, they bring out that Blue Eyes. Okay, sure. But, will you be able to stop our Glaciosaurus? Isosaurus. This is so hype. I'm so happy we're able to do this. Did this prevent, okay, we can't target with card effects, but we can just, we can still beat over it. So that's what I'll do. We're gonna summon this guy. And let's go. Let's go. Here it is. Let's go. The combo. Oh, this is so good. I should not have summoned into this zone because you can get geonated, but I don't care. I'm so happy. Oh, let's go. Let's see. Do I beat over? No, I don't beat over the True Light. I think I just attack over the Dictator of D, right? Oh wait, they choose the targets of my attacks. Either way, this should be fine. Like, what are they gonna? They're probably gonna hit the set, right? But like, am I worried about that? Probably not. Yeah, level 2 Water Gang. We drew the perfect card there. Oh, just a set Ash Blossom. We are fine with that. We are A-okay with that. We are so fine here. We're just popping off. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes we're just too good. But yeah, I really should not have put this in this zone. If I get geonated, I'm going to be so sad. Yeah, Transcendosaurus, Glaciosaurus. Let's hit the field, though. Will they be able to stop it? I doubt it. Okay, they are doing something here. Shooting for Deep Eyes. Okay. Did they target their Blue Eyes and then also, like, I think it's messed up. Because that's just gonna fizzle. Yeah, it just fizzled. So, our effect, it just prevents it from being destroyed by battle and like, what? Huh? This is a bit scary. Not gonna lie. Not exactly sure what they're doing. But. Okay, yeah, so it just gets them, it gets them the attack up, so. But since it left the graveyard, they didn't get the attack from it, so they just misplayed hard here. I think even if they hadn't misplayed, we would have been in a fine spot because I don't know how they deal with Transcendosaurus, Glaciosaurus. So, I mean, I don't know. I think we're fine. Yep, main 2 and yep, I'm okay with that. See, that's a 5 scale and there's a 4 scale, so not really the best, but I think we do just go for a skill weight. See what they do. Okay, they are setting a card. What is that? Chaos Form. That's a bit scary for us, I will admit. What can we do with that? Nothing. I don't care. Let's just get into battle here. Ram over that. Bounce it over their Blue Eyes. Sure, they can bring back that Blue Eyes with the True Soul, but like, I don't care. I think we're fine. And I've got Hyper Hammerhead if they do bring out a Chaos Max, so. That is fine. Oh, they pitched the Chaos Max. Why would they do that? Don't they have True Soul or True Light to bring back the Blue Eyes and then treat it off for Chaos Form? Like, what are they doing? Okay, they got Jet. What does Jet do? And is Jet their only target? I think Jet might have been their only target. What does Jet even do? Let's check the log. Add Blue Eyes Jet. Cards on the field destroyed by battle card effect. You can special summon this card. Start the damage step. You can target one card your opponent controls, return a hand. Okay, that is awkward for us, I will admit. But we do have a way around that. Oh, from the graveyard. Okay. Oh, graveyard hand. Damn it. Because it's just a card on field. Okay, that does actually cause us trouble because now they can bring out that Jet, and now they can bounce back our Glaciosaur. So that's annoying. That's annoying. Yeah, Jet is... How do we deal with Jet? Just, I guess, Hammerhead? No, because Grave also works there. Damn, that's rough. That's at the start of the damage step, too. That's wild. How do we deal with Jet? I don't know how we're dealing with Jet here, honestly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That works. That works a lot, actually. We're about to do something a bit crazy here if this goes through. That's fine. That's fine. That's all fine. Yeah, get another Chaos Form. Okay. Antline coming to the rescue again. And then this will destroy the Blue Eyes, I believe, right? Oh, no! No! I completely messed that up because it's... You target one card you control... No, it does destroy them, right? Does that not work with this? Why didn't that work? Let's turn on the start of the damage step. Yeah, wait, what happened there? Shouldn't that have worked? There's something preventing this from being destroyed? Oh, Jet has protection? Oh, other cards. Oh, yeah, that does it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's... I mean, that's it. Yeah, that's my own bad. Yeah, so that is my bad for sure. I think we would have been able to win this one, though, because we do have pen scaled for that. But, yeah, if I popped the Jet... Well, no, because at the start of the damage step, they can return the lion to hand. So they could have just returned it to hand. And then, yeah, so we were kind of cooked there no matter what. Yeah, Jet is so annoying. We just cannot deal with Jet. Yeah, so that was rough. Very rough for us. Yeah, we're going first. That's a bit scary. Your opponent might be on like an OTK deck or something. It could also be on a Maskus deck though. You never know. This hand is pretty good, I think, overall. What do I want to do here? I could just set up Antlion and activate a card. That's not bad. Let's see, what's this? Spellcaster, Spellcaster, Warrior. You know what? This is all we really have to do. So I'm just going to do it. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. When are they going to make Dark Jet Magician? That's my question. Why don't we get like a Dark Magician Mobile? Like a Dark Magician car. That'd be cool. Yeah, hopefully this Antlion just, you know, manages to last. Yeah, I don't know. How do they deal with Antlion? That's the question. Can they deal with Antlion? Oh, they're disconnected. I think it's the Antlion that caused them to disconnect. Honestly. They're like, I can't deal with this. I got a DC. Oh, wait, they can deal with it, maybe. This might be bad for us. The Armed Dragon might be able to deal with Antlion. Maybe I should have held it, but... It doesn't look like they can deal with it yet. But yeah, I probably should have held the Antlion so that way I could special summon it when they declared an attack. That is something I maybe should have done. But we're probably going to get cooked by this. We're going to get cooked. You know. Rough stuff. Apparently Antlion's not enough. Okay. There's someone popping off with Armed Dragon though. Fun deck. I mean, I am okay with this. None of this deals with Antlion. None of this stops Antlion, so. As long as it doesn't stop Antlion, we're Gucci. I don't know. Did that stop Antlion? It might. Oh, yep. They can negate our Antlion. Yeah, so this is my bad. I should have held the Antlion in hand to special summon out when they attacked in. That's what I should have done. But as is, now they can negate the Antlion effect and win the game. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Maybe they don't read Antlion. Oh, they're just going to... Oh. They've also got a Kaiju. Okay. So yeah, another reason to have held the ant line, you know. Oh no. Yeah, it's 200 plus 24 plus 28. So that's not lethal yet, but likely going to be. Yep, here they go. I don't know why you wouldn't just negate the I feel like negating the antlion is generally better, right? Because then you can just do 17 plus 24 plus I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they didn't need to use the kaiju here. Would have dealt more damage overall. But I don't know. I'm not a armed dragon player, so. Damn. Yeah, it actually would have been kind of crazy getting Colossal. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the game. Well, you live and learn, right? So I learned that in the future I should hold Antlion in hand, not just summon it out in the field, because then they can just clear it. I might as well just use its own effect to special summon it out. And I think we could have actually won that one if we special summon it out there, because, like, I mean, what they would have had to do, right, to play around this is just not attacked in, and then tributed over our Antlion for Godarla. But then we could have summoned out Talokalul and popped one of their guys, survive for a turn. But, like, I think their Dragoonity there probably would have sealed the deal. But I don't know. It would have at least been more of a game, right? But that's a very cool sort of layout there. That's fun. Well, I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. Because we got the Scapegoat here. So probably the best card in our deck to start with. If they don't clear this, then we're in a very, very good spot, because we get all these Scapegoat tokens. Sets up our plays next turn brilliantly. So we also do have Ice Jade Ran Adrian here. So if we have 2 tokens left, then that does indeed make a Glaciosaur. So we're feeling very good about that. We also have Chaos Endmaster, so we can make a level 4 if we want to, like with Haster or something. But yeah, there's gonna, oh no, this lab. I don't know what this is, but I'm scared. Oh, it's Gaia. That's fine. We should be able to do something about Gaia, I think. I don't think they can deal with Scapegoats that easily, but it might be a Mascus deck, actually, so that's something as well. We're going to attack into Scapegoats. Let's go, Scapegoat, coast to coast. Let's bring out all these guys in defense here. Now, the fun thing about this is we might be able to make Glaciosaur and Haster in the same sort of go. So, I think I will do that. I feel like that's you know, it might be committing too much. Maybe they've got like a Mirror Force or something back there, but like, I don't know. Will I have a Light and Dark Engrave? Probably won't have a Light and Dark Engrave. But anyways, let's make a Haster. If this goes through. Might not go through, but they're thinking here. What are they going to do? Okay, looks like that's fine by them. We're going to summon out a Haster here. I don't know. Where do we want to... What zone do we want to use? I'm just going to clear up this zone here. Oh, wait. Actually, we can't make the... I was thinking we'd have 2 zones cleared, but that doesn't quite work out. We'll be able to make it in coming turns. Don't worry. If they clear the Haster, then we can make the Glaciosaur. So... They have something for Haster? They might. They do. Adhesion Trap Hole. That is annoying for us. But it does let us take control of that monster there. Actually, we could also go... no, we can't do Traffic Ghost. Traffic Ghost is not going to give us what we want, because I wanted to have at least 1 token set up. But we do have Chaos Daedalus, actually. So that's fun. I didn't realize we had Chaos Daedalus. Bam. Have something for this? Let's see. Looks like they might have something, but maybe not something too good. Do 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 do. Let's try and attack in here. We're saving our Glaciosaurus for the next turn. We can just hard tribute Adrian here and then make it with Haster as well, but I feel like Haster's better just to like have. This is annoying for our opponent to deal with a bit. With Spiral Spear Strike, that is actually a bit annoying for us because they can potentially get piercing here. Uh-oh. Yeah, dealing with a bunch of damage. That Spiral Spear. Oh, actually, it's not one of those. Treated as a Guide the Fierce Knight card, but it's not Guide the Fierce Knight, so I'm okay with that. Sheeran is fun. We do have Geonator. We could do something with that. Do we want to do something with Geonator? No, because they use up both of our effect monsters, so it seems kind of bad. I don't know, this is tricky. Let's go for this. It's over. I think I just leave things as they are and just attack in. I don't think I go for Sheeran right now. I've got a lot of extension later. Scapegoat is my spirit animal because it's a ghost and an animal. That's a good one. I like that. I think I just go for this, and then I can... they get interdimensional matter transport. That is fine. That is A-okay. I will continue to attack here. Getting for 1150. So, they're down to 2400. Actually, I could have killed them here if I had gone for the Ice Queen, but I'm playing it safe. I'm playing a bit conservatively. We've got plenty of extension for later. So, yeah, I don't think we're in that bad of a spot, but maybe I should have gone more aggressive there. Really, I'm just holding out hope for the Glaciosaur again. You know, if they clear the Daedalus and the Old Entity Haster, then I can do stuff with that, but... you know. We are okay with this. The smart play here is to go Bit Soldier, bounce the new back row, I think, right? That does disrupt our Ice Chase. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. That's fine. That is fine. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, I gotta add Flip-Flop Frog. I do have Flip-Flop Frog. I have it in the deck. I don't have Tree Otter, though. But I do have Flip-Flop Frog. Okay, so what do they get to hand? What do they get in grave? What does this guy do? Return. Nope, that doesn't matter. What does the hand thing do? Oh, just another one of these? Yeah, it doesn't matter either. Okay, I'm just going to activate the effect of Bit Soldier. I'm going to discard the Ice Queen. Yep, and that should be game. Yep. And yeah, we won against Gaia. Let's go. Yeah, the opponent just loves activating cards. If they had not done that, I probably would have bounced the card that they had set there, and they would have been able to chain it and then get some value off it at least. But like, nope. They're like, oh, summon, button prompt, click, click. What I can't blame people for. Everyone's learning, right? But It's something like, if you are learning and we're gonna play the game, just like, I would say one of the things that can really benefit you is thinking before you activate, not just clicking because it said to activate, right? Thinking through whatever one of your cards do, and when you see a button prompt thing, is it actually good to use this right now? But yeah, Mid Soldier is wild. Yeah, unfortunately, I could have maybe finagled the Glaciosaur. The way I finagled the Glaciosaur is if I like link off the two monsters I had on field into something, and then I bring out the Glaciosaur, but it would not have been worth it. Fossil Warrior Skullbone, I don't think we have Fossil Fusion, so we can't do anything with that. Beast of the Wild level 5. We don't have level 5 warriors, I don't believe. So, and also not being able to attack is kind of bad for us. Hey, we got another Perform Pal. Let's go. Once per turn, you control a Perform Pal. The other Pendulum Zone, you make this card's pendulum skill become 7. I mean, that's not bad. Once card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one Perform Pal monster from your deck, except the Pendulum. We don't have any non-Pendulum monster Perform Pals, so that might not actually be worth it, but I'll think about it. Gear Knight, 1800, not bad. Gimmick Puppet, Dreary Doll. We don't have Gimmick Puppets, so we can't do anything with that. Let's see what we got here. Intimidating or Summonite. Target 3 monster in your graveyard, choose one of the 3. I mean, that is pretty good. We might play that. I think that was in Seema's original Mascus run, so that might be something we want to play. Time Thief, Temper Wall. What did this do? Oh, we don't have Time Thief, so it's not really that good. It's just like a Doom Lord effect, which isn't the best. Spiral Double Agent. We don't have a Spiral, but that's kind of fun. I like this Young Sleeper. It's kind of cool lore. No, we're not playing Uni in our deck, though. That's the thing. I don't think we're playing Uni in our deck, at least. But, yeah. So I don't think we're going to be adding that in. But we do have some Legacy Pack, namely one Legacy Pack. But, yeah, we add in, like, other Perform Pals, we can use it. But, like, I don't really think it's worth adding in Uni for that. It's just kind of, like, not the best effect. Spell Stopping Statute, bad. Nope. Jellyfish. Hey, let's go, Jellyfish. We got a slightly glammed up Jellyfish there. That's fun. The trap just negates a continuous spell, so it's not really worth doing. The Summonite trap, though, it basically, you get to pick 3 monsters in your graveyard, target one of them, and then your opponent gets to choose whether to summon back that one or the 2 others in your grave. So it's a very cool deck, or a very cool card, that is. Might be worth adding. I'm not sure we'll make it to a point where it's like, we'll get to the point in the game where, like, it actually does it there, but yeah, we're doing some Master Duel Mascus Tyler Compton. The locals wrapped up early, and I wouldn't be able to stream tomorrow, so I figured I'd continue the Master Duel Mascus journey here. A very, very fun challenge. Basically, the idea is you start from nothing. You just open up the minimum amount of packs to make a full deck, and then you bring that deck on ranked ladder, and when you win a game, you get to add a new pack to your collection, and you're just trying to grind up to make as good a deck as you can. And this is what we got here. So it's basically a bunch of monsters. That's all we really got right now. We do some pendulum stuff, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, we're very lacking on spells and traps right now, which hasn't really been the word for us because Yu-Gi-Oh! Sort of shifted to more of a monster-focused game plan. But we're just trying to get aggressive and beat down our opponent a bit. We just got a pretty decent-looking new trap, Intimidating Door Summonite, where we get to target 3 monsters in our graveyard, choose one of the 3, and then special summon that, or special summon the other monsters. And our opponent gets to choose which one we do there. But it might still be worth doing just to have a revival card here, right? So it's kind of awkward because to get to 3 monsters in grave takes some doing for us, but I do think that it might be worth including. So I'm going to think about it here. Think about what other thing I might want to take out. Do we need Galaxy Cyclone? Is Galaxy Cyclone worth it? I don't actually know if it's worth it. Oh, the third option? There's only 2 options. It's just 2. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we don't need a scale 4. That's something we maybe don't need. Maybe the time's come to cut Cephalopod. That's an option too, because like its pen scale basically prevents you from summoning anything else. But all monsters do lose 300 attack, so that's kind of neat. But like, maybe it's time to cut the Cephalopod. It's just so flexible though. Okay, we're cutting Cephalopod. I'm doing it. We can add it back later if the Summonite doesn't turn out to work for us, but I feel like it's just good to get it out. It's basically a fake pendulum card. So yeah, I mean, it might have been better than like Naturia White Oak, for instance, but like, it's probably better than Naturia White Oak, but it does get engraved, and we got a graveyard card here right now, so we do want to be filling up our graveyard with things. So, you know, I'll keep the Summonite in. Let's save that. I'll save that. We'll see how it does. If we want the cephalopod back, we can take it back. But let's dive back in to the games here. We got some more bronze to do. Let's see which opponent will take us down. Or I mean, which opponent will we beat? Unicon. Let's just go first. I mean, maybe we draw into Scapegoat again, and maybe it works out for us. Scapegoat's absolutely cracked card in this deck, for precisely the reasons y'all saw in the last game. Or just summons out a bunch of guys. We can use that for tribute fodder. We can use that for link fodder. So much good stuff there. I mean, here, I actually am going to just summon out Insect Knight to start. Do I summon it or set it? I'm going to summon it. The reason is I want this engraved for the Antlion. So that way next turn I can summon an Antlion, equip the Insect Knight to it. And then I've got another card to send if I need to. So, oh, it's Sword Soul. Ooh, this might be a bit nasty for us. I'm not sure we'll be able to deal with this. But, we'll try. Yeah, they got their combo going, and this is not going to be good for us, but... There's Chi-Xiao. Yep. So yeah, this is not going to be good for us, but we're not dead, and I do think that we can potentially survive this, maybe. Maybe? Really does depend. There's Long One. We're going for Long One. Mystery Shell Dragon. Okay. Not a standard card, I don't think, in these lists, but they're going for it. Are they going to sync up into something else? Yep, they are going to sync up into the level 10, which I forget the name of it. It's well, they could just go Baron here. Nope, they're going into Chengying. Okay. Ah, 1200 damage. No. Chengying's kind of annoying, honestly. I don't think we bring out the, I don't think we bring out Antlion yet. Oh wait, is this Scent, or is it... no, it's Destroy. Okay. We could do it, I guess, but... I'm not going to do it. Now I will do it, because now I get the equip on it, so... This is bad, we lose our Antlion, but Antlion can't deal with Chengying anyways, so like... I think it's better to do this now. And let's get rid of, I don't know, one of their back row. No, let's get rid of Chi-Xiao. You know, that's probably what we had to do there. Hey, the Dawn. Yeah, we just do what we have to do. I do agree that Master Duel is a really, really nice simulator. But yeah, unfortunately, you can't really play retro formats on it, but I do think we just got to appreciate what we have. And, you know, the nice thing is that what Master Duel can't cover, we do have on Dueling Book, so that's pretty good there as well. Yeah. So, hey, Aiden Shark 99, welcome to the stream. We're playing some Master Duel Masochist here. So, we are currently in a bad spot because we're facing down Sword Soul, so... yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. But, yeah, we're trying it. I'm pretty good. How are you? I'd be better if we were winning this game. But, you know, can't always get what you want, you know. Glad you're doing good. Oh, that was an interesting one. What is that? Auspice Chunjun. I've never seen this card. That's neat. That's a neat card for sure. I see why most Sword Soul decks don't play it, but it's neat. This is just like a pure Soul Sword deck, just playing so many Sword Souls here. They banned everything that gets the Cheng-Yin up. Unfortunately, we still cannot kill the Cheng-Yin because it would be destroyed. You know, you can get rid of something on your opponent's side of the field, or not get rid of. You can banish a card from the graveyard instead. But yeah, we're losing this game. We've lost this game for sure. Yeah, I really hope that Konami does not go after Dueling Book. I think the fact that Dueling Book is an American site and Konami, Japanese company, preserved it somewhat, but like, yeah, it would be very, very sad because that would be a great resource lost, right? And it would make the game a lot less accessible to a lot of people. So that'd be unfortunate, but hopefully that does not happen. Hopefully we can, you know, survive. Hopefully we can keep Dueling Book around for the coming future. But I'm sure they've had to navigate those sorts of legal challenges in the past. I mean, Dueling Network was shut down a while ago. And so I feel like they probably learned from that, and maybe they have something here that makes it more okay legally, but I don't know. Anyway, we're going first here. Let's see if we're able to win this one. I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not, but yeah, we'll try. We will try for sure. Okay, we're drawing Infinite Antline every time. I'm not complaining about that, but you know, well, maybe I'm complaining a little bit. I'm going to just actually set 2. And the reason for this is I can special summon out Antline next turn when they attack, and then I can use it to pop the back row to then get rid of things here. Oh, a Dungeons and Dragons Yu-Gi-Oh campaign would be very cool, Aiden Shark. Especially because the original game was just about all games, you know, like that's what the original manga was about. No! Okay, that defeats my plans a bit here. Harpy was the thing that could have been around, but like, I mean, at least this way we preserve our Antline a little bit, but ooh, not looking good. Not the best for us here. And there is Whitestone of Ancients. I mean, well, they don't get rid of it. Oh, no, they got rid of it. Damn. And they got Linkuriboh. Are they going to attack with Linkuriboh? They are. Let's go. I will use the Antline here. Bam. I really need like a spell trap or something to do here, or otherwise I'm in kind of a bad spot. Hey, let's go. But they do have a Blue Eyes coming out here, so that's not the best. I need a monster, a spell, a trap. I need something here to pair with the Antline. Let's go. That is something. Let's see. This says. Okay, I will make this work. And let's hope that's enough. I mean, I don't know if this will work out, but we'll try. We'll try to make it work out. Antline can pop itself. That is something that it can do. So, you know. I'm not too confident in this, though. That's okay. Oh, no! Oh, Duster and Geki. That's rough. That's rough. We can't deal with that. And they're clicking buttons. Clicking buttons, Turbo. Let's go. Because what they should have done here, they should have attacked in with the Whitestone, then Quick Effect tributed it in the battle phase if they wanted to do this. But I mean, unless they've got other plays to make with that Linkuriboh. They have Jet, but like they could have done Jet in the. I mean, I don't know. They didn't need to do the Linkuriboh there. I think it would have been better if they did not. It would have been more damage. It would have been 3,900 as opposed to 3,300. So, I just don't have the time to play that sort of thing, Aiden Shark. But it is very cool. You know, the Why You From Zero Discord server. If you want to mention it there, you can maybe find some people to play it with. But unfortunately, I got just too much time, or not too much time. I got too little time. Too much time devoted to doing like videos and stuff. Oh goodness, the double jets. Oh, that's okay. Scapegoat. Something. I could maybe transverse her at least. Yeah, not looking good here for sure. Yeah. That's at the start of the damage step. It bounces. So that means that it can indeed bounce a flip monster before it flips up. So, well, that's how it goes sometimes. Alternative is also here. So they can also do that if they wanted to. Maybe they're just going to get greedy and attacking with everything, though. I don't know. I think what they should do is use... Yeah. That's what they should do. And they did do it. Good on them. Yep. Here we go. The Jets. The Jets. Damn. It is true what they say. When you're a jet, you're a jet. You know. From the first cigarette. I don't know the rest of the song. I just know that line. Damn. No, Ritual Raven. No. Ritual Raven's too pure. Anyway, let's hope we don't face another jet. Those jets are just killer. The killer jets. I mean, I'm gonna click first, but we don't really have anything to do going first. Maybe I should just start to just keep clicking second, but I'm trying to like Scapegoat. We have a couple things that are good going first, like Dino Sewing. I actually don't hate setting Zalug and just passing. I think that's kind of funny. That's what I'll do. Zalug pass. We do have Gallant as a scale 2, which is nice. So we can kind of make things happen here if we get a high scale. Oh, they got connection issues, it looks like. Oh, they're back. Ancient or Puri Ray's map. Okay, this is that is a card. I mean, that's the card that pairs with Cabrera Stone and the Crystal Skull and things like that. Is this that deck? No, it's Ubel. Okay. Figured it would not be that deck, but you know, I have to hope. But yeah, Ubel is probably not something we can deal with. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this one, but and there's opening the Sacred Gates. Newly semi-limited, or opening the Spirit Gates, that is. Newly semi-limited, and is it unlimited or is it semi? I think it's unlimited actually now on the new list. Anyway, there's the Chaos Summoning Beast. Maybe there's a janky belt list, you know. We might be able to deal with a janky belt list, but there they go. Oh, it's Unchained, maybe. Okay, so it's Unchained. I still think we can't beat Unchained, but, you know, kind of interesting to see. Unchained Ubel. Ubel has been unchained. And Samsara D Lotus. Got the Will of D. So here comes the Ubel. There's the Ubel. And unfortunately, if that attacks into Zalug, then they won't take damage from that, so. What's that one? Nightmare Pain. This is a big card, I think, in the deck, right? Yeah. Good thing is, if we draw another scale, we can set the Ubel down with Ouroboros and do stuff with that, but, like, I don't know. It sounds. I think we're probably kind of hopeless here. Or they destroy it. They destroyed another Samsara Lotus. They had the Grave Squirmer. My deck's basically a pile at this point, honestly, Tyler Compton. It is a pile. It does have some plays, like doing some interesting stuff. Like, we have a combo that can go into a level 12 Synchro, Transcendence Roar's Glaciosaurus. But this is unfortunately neither Chimera Tech or Trooper format, Daniel Arias. This is actually Master Duel Mascus. We wrapped up a Stein Locals earlier on the stream, but next weekend we will be having a Chimera Tech local stream, so stay tuned for that. That'll either be on Friday or Sunday, not on Saturday, because I'm actually streaming something else on Saturday. Streaming a Tengu event on Saturday, I believe. So yeah, look forward to that. But we will be having some Chimera Tech format, don't you worry then. And then I think next month we'll probably be getting to Trooper by then, because then we get Demise, Trooper. So yeah, we'll be getting to some Trooper as well on the channel a bit more soon. But we got plenty of Chimera Tech and Trooper videos to tide you over while you wait. But if you've already seen that, you can also head over to the YGO from there Discord server. We can get games in those for yourself. But yeah, I don't think we're winning this one. I'm letting them pop off. You know, we've already gotten them 4,000 down, so maybe there's a way that we come back from this, but I highly doubt it. There's the rage. The rage! I have very little rage in this game, honestly, in general. Especially in the Master Duel Mascus stuff, like, there's not really much to get upset about since we're just playing a really bad deck, you know, so, like, you know, if I lose, it's not like, oh, I can't believe they luck sacked us or something like that. It's just, you know, it's what you expect going in the deck. There's Phantom View Bell, so bring that out. Yep. Yeah, so now we can't even pull that down with Ouroboros. We take 15 from that. Do we lose a card from hand? No, we do not lose a card from hand. Let's see here. What can we do? Flip-flop frog. Hold up. This ain't bad. Not a bad card. I mean, I think we're still dead here, but we can bounce back the Phantom. That's funny enough that I want to do it, because I don't think Phantom can trigger in the damage step when Flip-flop frog would activate. So, yeah, Common Pilot is kind of generous, as Zachary and Cheese says, but like I still think it is a pile ultimately. But yeah, this is very funny if we manage to bounce back the Phantom. I don't think we're going to reach that point. We might actually have to bounce back something else, but because right now they got 3,800 damage on board, plus 200 from the Phantom View Bell attacking in. So, like, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do much here. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum ba dum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. You have like unicorn? Nope, it's just Sprite Elf, okay. They're just continuing the combo. Let's see. Now they've got 32. Now they got 5,200 damage on board, so we'll have to bounce something else. But they can probably just win here. Yeah. Well, why pop that? Why not pop the? If you pop Soul of Rage, doesn't it pop something else? Oh no, that just brings back a Fiend. Okay, so is it this one when it's popped gets to? I don't know. I don't know what each of the Unchained cards do. But I know that. Some of them, I think at least one of them has something where you get to pop card on your opponent's side of the field as well. But that might be like a trap or something. But yeah. Let's activate the effective Flip-flop frog. Bounce that back to hand so we're not dead. Shocked we're not dead, but we're not dead. We don't know a way to win from this position, but we're not dead. Bum 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 bum. We are still not dead, surprisingly. I'm shocked that we're still not dead. But we are indeed not dead. Right now. We're already dead next turn if they commit 2 more monsters to board. No, I'm good. I don't need to do anything else here. But this game is just how long can we survive? That's all I'm curious about here. Because I know we're not winning. But maybe we can run out our opponent's timer. Okay. I know, right? Yubel just can't beat that one pass, right? It's just too powerful. The key is, if we never destroy any of their cards, then they can never, you know, proc the effects and stuff. So, they're popping off. Pop off, gang. Or queen. Or whatever you want to be. Maybe they want to be president instead of king or queen. Oh, I wanted them to attack in with Spirit of Yubel. That would have been funny. Because it would have done no damage to us. So. Chaos Angel, that is a problem, I think, right? Yep, that is a problem. No! Our scapegoat! No! Ah. I guess Chaos Angel is how it competes. Damn. Yeah. Oh, I see the disconnect symbol there. Are they disconnected? No. Damn. Damn. Well. If they don't extend further, I'll let them finish me off, but... I wish there was a way to check how much time your opponent had left. They've taken a while to do these plays. I don't know. Maybe we get them to timeout. We've gotten that to happen in the past. We won a game against Tempai by them timing out, which I do take. I take those. Those are victories. Like, they do not have to do all this. We are dead. Like, I don't know what they're thinking about, you know, that we might have that stops this, but... Yeah, there they go. Damn. I was hoping for the timeout win. Yeah, Chaos Angel too strong. No! Yeah, that's it. I thought we could have won that one, yeah. I thought we had a good chance. Oh, there I go. Duel. That's okay. That was a fluke. You know, that was a fluke. We're gonna win the next one for sure. This one will just be too easy. Too GG easy. Also, they get to make the choice to go first or second. I always like when they get to make the choice because I always feel awkward about going first, given our deck has like nothing good to do on the first turn, except for set Scapegoat if they draw it. So, going second. Cool. There's a 1/8 chance that we draw Scapegoats in the first turn, so, you know, that's something. Or Dino Sowing. Dino Sowing's another decent card here. Bargain Knight's a Beast Warrior, so it doesn't pair with their own Bullion, but Bullion's fun. Get to bring it out from grave with a warrior. But Synchro World. Oh, this is a Red Dragon Archfiend deck. Okay. Seems like it's gonna be bad for our Dino sewing here. Oh, it's a Stardust deck. Okay. Okay. What are they doing from here? I'm with you. I'm with you. Where's this going? Did you mean to summon that, or did you want to set it? That's also a decent question here. They missed the timing on that. Also, it's only by an opponent's card effect, so not geared down. We're playing a Master Duel Masochist deck, J 2.0. So if you've never heard of Master Duel Masochist, basically the idea of it is you start out by opening the minimum amount of packs to actually make yourself a deck. And then you basically go on rank ladder with your awful deck. And if you win a game somehow, you actually get to open a new pack of cards. And that new pack then gives you more cards to add to your deck. And hopefully you improve over time, bit by bit. So that's what we're doing. We've managed to win a couple games, so we do have a fair amount of cards that we can have at our disposal here. But okay. I don't think they have any level 5s. They don't. Okay. Cool. Cool. I'm going to attack in here. I do have the Celestial Sword Aeatos. The reason I'm not activating that right now is because we actually do have one monster in our deck that can pair with this. So I'd rather not use it on the Boggart Knight and just get in 500 chip damage. I'd rather use it for later. You can also use it to get over something that our opponent has. But, yeah, Kuro Obi is really good here, actually. It's like our best pen scale by far. Just a scale 9. We can actually bring everything in our hand if we want to, so that's kind of fun. But next turn, we can potentially overlay into an Ouroboros. We can link summon. We got a couple different options here for what to do next turn with the Dino Sewing if we want to. We can also just wall up with it, too. So that's fun too. Dino Sewing is a very neat card. But yeah, this is the new meta. This is the new Master Duel meta. Oh, no, they came in evenly here. What are they doing? Nope, nothing. That's what they're doing. I think they just don't know how to play their deck, honestly. Yeah, I'm just going to attack in with this Boggart Knight. Oh, I should have equipped the Aeatos! No! Then it would have been able to beat over the core. Damn. Oh, well, actually it beats over the core anyways. Let's go. They did not summon it in defense. I think they might not know how to select the position of a card. That is a possibility. In which case I feel bad for them, but I will take this as a victory. I will take this win. Let's see here. What's happening? What is Lewis 605 gonna do? I've set another back row. It's very scary. It's indeed very scary. I will admit that. Going to battle phase, giving me the evenly scares. And back to us. Okay, we'll take that. This is a scale 3. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just going to go for it. If they have TT here, I will be very sad. But, I mean, we just got to go for it if we go for it. And if they do have TT, I do have another rocket in deck to bring out off Exploder Rocket, so. But, yeah. Bam. 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 Down to 50 life points. And for the finishing blow, Boggart Knight, go! Bam. We take those. We do take those as wins. And because we won there, we actually get to open up a pack. Also, we go to bronze too. Let's go. We're rising up the ranks of bronze. We get some legacy packs as well here, which we do get to use as more cards. So that's fun too. And let's see what we get. Anything good that we can add or not. Oh. Okay. Gias of the light ticket. How do I... What's odds? What's odds do? That just the odds in the thing? Well, I have to click on this. What I'll do is I'll draw the pack, disassemble all the cards I get from it. Because this should not be in the Master Duel Masochist stuff. So, yeah, we do take those wins. So, let's see here. This would have actually been pretty fun to play around with some of these cards. But, yeah, no, that's going to be that. We're going to dismantle all of those. So, let's go to our card collection here. Edit deck. And let's see, what was the first one there? It was... Jelly was the last card we got. So, let's dismantle. 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 I know there's ways to like mass dismantle, I think. Is it just... No. I mean, I'd have to... It's easier doing this. 2 more clicks. Okay, that should all be all those cards there dismantled. Okay. Yeah, let's go into the shop now and get the actual cards that we're adding in our deck. Not that themed trash. We're getting a master pack. Pure randomness. You know, this will clearly give us something better here that we can work with. Let's open this sucker up. And Goki Headbat. We don't have any Gokis, I don't think, so we can't really use that. But Dogmatic... Oh, not that. Dogmatic Nation. What does this do? Doesn't really do much for us because we don't have Dogmatica cards. If we do get Dogmatica cards, we are probably going to use them. Because they're a good archetype for our purposes. We do not really have main machine monsters, so not really using that. Ra's Disciple, we don't have Ra. We don't have the Ra's Disciples either, so not really worth it. X-Saber Uruz. Probably bad. We do have another X-Saber. We've got Bogger Knight, as you saw in the last game, but I don't really think it's worth playing a Ruse for that. Interplanetary Invader A. I mean, our opponent can just play around this, so I'm probably not going to play it, but it's very funny at least. Ghost Lancer, the Underworld Spearman. What does this do? I mean, I like the first part of this. You can spell summon from hand. I'll be destroyed by battle, except for... Okay. Okay. That is not bad. I think I might play this. I think I'll play Ghost Lancer. And Caster. Caster is not bad. I don't have any other Illswarms, though, to really pair with it. So, probably not going to play that, but it's good to know about for later. Anyways, let's go and grab our legacy packs here. 2 of these coming up. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Doriato's Blessing. That is a key card for our deck. We will want that. And Sky Dragon. This is also, the pieces are coming together. Level 6, 1900 attack point monster. I like that one. I do like it. You're getting the good cards in these packs. Road Synchron. This doesn't really do much for us, I don't think. But it's kind of funny. Marine Beast. That did not do anything for us here. We don't have Instant Fusion, so... But anyways, I don't know. A Ghost Lancer we're adding, I think, to our deck. It seems like a decent card. Let's go into the Masochist. Edit this deck a bit. What are we cutting for? The, probably cutting the Neutron. Neutron's kind of bad. Don Zalug actually is really bad. Don Zalug's really bad. I think I might cut the Zalug. Honestly, it's sad because it's like it's iconic, but I think it is better just to cut the Zalug. So, sorry, Zalug. Oh, actually, it's a warrior for Therion Blaine, so I'd rather cut something else besides Zalug. I'd rather cut the Neutron. We don't have any machine type tuners. Yeah, we're cutting that, and then we'll add in the Ghost Lancer here. Yeah, I don't think this should be good enough. Yeah, if you want to see the deck, it's basically just a pile of monsters that do have some synergies with each other, but mainly just monsters as far as the eye can see. We got a bunch of pen scales as well. We just don't have good spell traps to really use with them here. But yeah, we get some. Edic was okay. Summonite we haven't used yet, but might be cool. Gauss Cyclone, spell trap removal is not bad. And then fusions we're never going into here, but we can go into Haster. Haster is a decent synchro monster to go into. Transcendosaurus Glaciosaurus is a combo that we can pull off if we have Adrian and then a level 2 monster. We can bring out the Transcendosaurus Glaciosaurus, which is a big body that can't be destroyed by battles. That's kind of fun. Ouroboros is a rank 4 that flips down our opponent's monster like a Book of Moon. Pretty cool. We do have DD King, High King Caesar, but we don't really have 2 level 6 fiends. We're just in here for fun. We can potentially make Harmon Diner Gradiel here. It is very rare. We do have some level 7s. Actually, we could have made it last game, I think. I think Therion Bullane and the Exploder Rocket Dragon are level 7, so that's level 7. Yeah, we could have made Harmonizer Gradiel last game. I said not to, but I could have maybe done it for the meme. Dragolon, we're also never really going into. It's just fun to have. Same with Blatnir. We're never going into this. We don't have any level 9s, but actually, no. Yeah, we don't have any level 9s. Cephalopod was level 9, but we got rid of that, and we don't have any others, so it doesn't matter. Claire and Rishko, we can go into potentially. Doesn't really do anything for us, but maybe there's some weird edge case where it can. Booster Dragon, we do have 2 rocket monsters. We can potentially use it. Armalier can potentially be used as well. Junator Transversion. This thing can steal games potentially, so that's why it's here. Funny card. Traffic Ghost never really come up, but it can come up potentially. And then G-Golem Invalid Dolmen is also another card that doesn't really come up often, but it can potentially come up with our deck. So we don't really have enough good extra deck monsters to actually, you know, fill our extra deck with things that we can always use. So we just have like situational edge cases that we can occasionally go into. Anyways, let's dive into the next game here. Let's see. Oh, yep, we're keeping this deck, and then we're going to jump into a game in Bronze 2. The games are only going to get harder from here with the high caliber of Bronze 2 duelists here. This will definitely be an uphill battle for us. It probably will be an uphill battle for us, honestly. I'm going first again. Scapegoat. Just the tantalizing possibility of setting Scapegoat turn 1. It's too good to pass up. We also have Dino Sowing, which is another good first turn set. So, speaking of, we drew both of them. Okay, I will take that. This is kind of awkward because we don't actually have any tribute monster or anything like that for the Scapegoat, but I think it is still best to set the Scapegoat and pass back to our opponent. Just have the fodder for later. So, yeah, we can potentially do something there. Oh, they're thinking. They're thonking. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're just pass back. Okay, cool. Hopefully we draw into a tribute monster here that we can potentially use with the ghost tokens, but also if they don't attack, we can make a Haster here, so that's also pretty good. So, something to keep in mind. This is generally pretty good for us. Oh, no, they're on Chimera stuff. Ugh, illusions. I don't think we can beat this deck, in all honesty. But we can try. We'll put in the good fight. See what we can do. There's Mirror Sword Knights. Yeah, they get to do some crazy stuff with Chimeras. I actually do have a Chimera in my extra deck right here. We can get a peek at it. Yeah, this guy, we get Chimera the King of Phantom Beasts. So, that's fun. They do have Gazelle as well, so they can add a... they're adding the Chimera fusion there. Go into the fusion guy. Yeah, I don't think we're making it out of this one. I don't think we're going to be able to pull it off. Even though we drew the nuts. We drew the Scapegoats. Alas. Alas. Yep, there's Chimera Fusion. I actually don't know if they're supposed to use this now or later. It is a quick play, so you can use it in battle phase if they want to, but... yeah. Nuances like that escape me. I'm not used to many modern decks. I'm used to the retro stuff, because that's what we do generally on the channel. But it's always fun to see modern decks popping off. I mean, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, you know... sitting around watching a modern combo is like, you know, pulling teeth or something. I actually do enjoy it. I think it's cool to see how the archetypes have evolved and all the different things that they do. So that's also why I'm committed to going all the way through Yu-Gi-Oh's history, even to the modern day, which I know not everyone will enjoy, but, you know, I think it can be more fun than you expect, potentially. You just got to give it a chance. And if you don't like it after giving it a chance, perfectly fine. You don't have to play it or do anything like that, but I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see if I like it, and yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This is gonna be tough. So we're losing a card from our hand here in the end phase of the turn as well, which is kind of annoying, but... Alright, back to Chimera Fusion, so they can use it on our turn. Let's see, what does this do? Coatl is actually really annoying for us because we can't get through it by battle, so like... Oh, thank goodness. I thought they pitched Max C preemptively, and I was like, oh no. They sniffed out that our set was a scapegoat. What did this thing do? I've never actually seen this one in illusion things. Okay, they add an illusion monster. This thing can destroy things with battle. Yeah, this thing can. It's a beast, not an illusion. They're playing all the illusions here. That's kind of cool. I feel like in a lot of illusion decks you don't play like this many, but I don't know. I'm mainly familiar with it when the deck came out, with just like Cornfield and like Mirror Knight and things like that. So they're thonking here. They're thonking here, and this is actually good for us because the illusions cannot clear our tokens. So that is kind of funny. So this actually plays into their stuff a bit well, but polymerization might be bad for us, in all honesty, if they're doing that. Bum, 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 bum. Music goes hard in Master Duel, not gonna lie. It's just so hype. Yeah, so kudos to whoever did the music for this game. It's so, so good. We might get them on a timeout victory. That's the hope. That's the dream. That is the dream. We've won that way before. So I'm going to hold on to that hope as much as possible. They're really thinking about which one to go for here. It is a tough choice. Or they're disconnected. Or I'm disconnected. A lot of different reasons why this might happen. Okay, they're going for those two. Okay, into this guy, which then gets to do that. Yeah, basically, Tyler. Yeah, you gotta either bet that they have no idea what they're doing, or they're just on a bad deck. Like, I have cheesed some wins from like some competent decks before, just because we've gotten lucky too. So that is something that's happened before, but I'm not sure why they attacked with this guy, because it's not going to be destroyed by battle here. So I guess they do not know what they're doing. They fall into that camp. Yep, we're bringing these out in defense mode. But yeah, not sure how we're getting through a deck that plays monsters that just cannot be destroyed by battle. They kind of hose their deck a bit. And they're not getting rid of this. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that, because now we get to go into like Haster and make stuff happen there. Again, I still don't know how we're winning, but like I'm happy with that outcome. And again, we might, well, actually timeout might be how we're winning, because they are thinking, they are thonking here. They're really going deep in the tank with that one. Oh, Guardian Chimera. That's annoying. Yeah. So they do get to clear some of our tokens. That's rough. I don't know why they wouldn't just attack into a token anyways. Yeah. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. No! The ghost! The ghost! No, not skilled dark or skilled white. No. We do actually have a way out of this, by the way. And that way is that way out of this is making a what can we spell something here? Just traffic ghost? No, I'm not doing that. That way is making a Geonator Transverser and taking control of that Guardian Chimera. That is our way out of this. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're aiming for. They did place the Chimera in a zone that we can take it from. So we can do that. Because note that Geonator Transverser did not target. Did not target. Gotta love it. So long as they destroy one of our other tokens, and the Dino Song does not get destroyed, we actually can win this one. Or we may not win it, but we can be in it for a bit. What? Is this a Fluffle? Is this a Fluffle Chimera deck? That's interesting. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh no. That's bad. Yep. Okay. That's bad. Yeah, we need that Dino Sewing there. Yeah, we might be a bit cooked here. We might be a bit cooked. Yeah. I was not expecting the Chaos Angel. This person just doesn't read their cards. They just do not know what the illusions do. They're like, whoa! It survived. Okay, there's one token gone. We still have a way to make Transverser here. It's just not really that good now with Chaos Angel being able to beat over a Chimera. So, like, it's kind of rough. Yeah, I don't think we're making it out of this one. There's a world that we can make Glaciator if we draw... I think if we draw... if we drew our Ice Jade monster here, we could pitch Abyss Soldier and actually make Glaciator or Glaciasaurus and beat over Chaos Angel or Chimera. That was a possibility. Not really a possibility anymore. I'll set this just in case we get into like a Bull Therion Bull Ain. But I don't think we're making it out of this one. I'm not too hopeful about our chances here. You have to pay 25 turns, and then they lose by deck out. So I'm feeling confident in our chances here. What are they making? SP! Okay, SP is really bad for us. SP is really bad for us. Well, what we can do, I think, can Geonator beat over SP? No, it cannot. Okay, so yeah, that's really bad for us. Taking 6,800 here, so we are, or no, we're taking less than that because they have to beat over our Dawn. So, yeah, this is not going well. We can attack over SP, I guess. I don't get why they wouldn't use SP's... Oh wait, it has to use Fusion Synchro Link to get that burst effect. Yep, that makes sense. End phase. Okay. Okay. Boggart Knights. That is a card. Well. Let's just try beating over SP. Getting a little bit of damage before dying. They're like, what is going on here? Oh, Max C. Guess I can't bring out the Maturiates from deck like I was planning on. Cannot be destroyed by battle. No, it looks like it can't be destroyed by battle for some reason. There's probably some reason for that I can't think of right now. Oh, because of Chaos Angel. I see. Yep. Yep, that does it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not winning this one. But White Oak threatens so much. Damn, we're not getting the timeout victory. No! Damn. Yeah, we got a bit cooked here. But to be fair, I think we were kind of, you know, yeah, we might have been. We might have been about to make a crazy play, Tyler Compton. We might have been. Maybe we go into Clara and Ruska in main phase 2. Ooh, very scary stuff. That's the fun part about this strategy, or these decks, that, like, it does fade things like Maxi, Ash Blossom, etc. So, like, we'll occasionally do something, they'll be like, Maxi, you know, because our deck is too scary, you know? They don't know what's in it. But yeah, I'll probably go until I win one more, and then I'll probably call it for the stream. Hopefully we can win one more. Otherwise, I'll just be in streaming purgatory, just continuing to stream forever. Never getting a win. Yeah, this guy was what we needed last turn to make Glaciosaurus. We did not come together there. We do have a 1 scale and a 3 scale. That didn't do anything for us, but it is what it is. We're going to set a Hyper Hammerhead to bounce back whatever they have here, and then pass back to them. Hopefully that should be good enough. Strength and Unity. Okay, so this is a... It's either a Blue Eyes or Dark Magician deck. That's annoying because it gets rid of our Hyper Hammerhead, which we kind of wanted to use to bounce things. But it is what it is. I don't think we can actually win with this. And in all honesty. I really cannot think of a card off the top of our deck that gets us out of the situation. If they stick a Ritual or Fusion monster, banish for Hyper Hammerhead. Maybe Scapegoat. Maybe Scapegoat, but like, or Dino Sewing. But the thing is, Strength and Unity, you can just keep using its effects, so. Hey, let's go! We take those. Okay. I'm not going to call it after that one, because that was just like, that was just a surrender on their part. But yeah, that was, we take that. We do take that. Look at how happy Ritual Raven is. He's so happy. Such a happy guy. He loves it. That's why I do it. You know, it's like the Simpsons thing where it's like, do it for her, but the herd is Ritual Raven for me. That's why I do it. For Ritual Raven. Just the joy on his face. There we go. Master packs. Let's open these suckers up. Oh, we get the Utopia the Lightning guy coming out here. Getting anything good? Oh, we got gold. We struck gold. Okay. Let's see what we get. Despot 008. That is a scale 1. I mean... Oh, wait. We can't banish something except for Despot monster. Never mind. Oh, I actually opened them all. But we got another Hastor, so I don't hate that. Let's see. Gabrion. And Gabrion could just be like... That might not be bad. I don't hate Gabrielle, just like an oh shit button. It might be good. I don't know if we want to include it, because if we have to go Gabrielle, we lose a turn of tempo anyways. And they just get to pop off. So actually, I think Gabrielle might not be worth it. But interesting. We got a Ubel card. That's cool. We're not going to be using it. Gaia, we don't have any hero stuff, so we can't use that. Apparition, we don't have any hero stuff, so we can't use that. Dragonmaid Lorpar. I don't hate that effect to negate a card on field. That's not bad. I'm not sure if it's worth putting in the deck as just another dragon that can clog us up, but Trap Eater, I don't think we do at all. No shot we put in Trap Eater. Yeah, this might be a pack we don't really do anything with, but I do think it's cool that Lorpar is something that we can consider for later, is what I'll say. Let's see our legacy packs here. We got 3 of them, so this is going to be a lot of cards. Let's see what we do. See how we do. Let's open this up. What do we get? Eccentric Boy. Eccentric Boy is neat. You get to basically synchro using a card from hand. He's not really that good, so I don't think I'm going to be using that. Georgiano, we can't really do anything with that too much, so nope. Nope to the Georgiano. Molten Destruction, classic field spell, but we're not going to be using that. Trance the Magic Swordsman, 2600 on a level 6 is not terrible, but I think we'd probably do better. Anti-Magic Prism is very funny, but nope. We're not putting that in. And then Pitch Black Werewolf, again, probably a no. Battle Traps are not really a thing anymore. So let's dive in to our edits. I think the one thing I'm going to change, I'm going to add another Hastor to the deck, because Hastor is a card that actually comes up as opposed to some of the other things like we're never making Raijin, right? So let's just take out the Raijin. Let's put in the Hastor. Put that sucker in there, and we got 2 of it now. So let's save that. I think that's all I'm going to do. Again, Lorpar is cool, but I don't have any Dragon Maids. I mean, I can look it up, but Dragon Maid. Yeah, it's just Lorpar. Oh, actually, I do have Nurse Dragon Maid. I do have Parlor Dragon. Hold up. Hold up. Do I put this into the package is the question. Cardinal. Let's see here. I don't think we put this in the package yet. If we get more Dragon Maid cards, I think we put it in. But I just don't think it's worth it right now. I don't think it's worth it right now. Actually. Hey, hold up. Parlor plus Lorper is really good, because you just go Parlor, send Lorper, and then you bring back Lorper, right? And Lorper does have that hand trap. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm not gonna put in Nurse. I think Nurse is a bit iffy. But yeah, maybe we get the whatever one it corresponds to with it. Yeah, Ernest. Then we can do something with it. But I think Lorper is what we're going for now. But yeah, we got Lorper in there. What do we do now beyond this? What do we cut? What do we change around? I kind of feel like White Oak is not good. I feel like I'm going to take out Skilled White. I'm going to take out White Oak, I think. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, the only reason I'm keeping in Dawn is because it's a warrior. Maybe that's Cope. Maybe I shouldn't do that. How many warriors do I have? I just have Dawn. I just have Pelennor. I guess Gallon is also a warrior, but I'm never getting that engraved, so. Maybe I shouldn't have the Therion stuff in. Maybe it's just, like, not worth it, but I think it's fine. Maybe we have enough cards here to be good. I'll keep the Dawn in for now, but as time goes on, I think Dawn and Therion Bolain are probably going to be cuts that we do to the deck at some point. I don't think we can really support it as well. Anyways, let's see how Lorper and Parlor do for us here as we go into the next game. It could be a kind of cool combo, right? Just one guy that makes a big Dragon Maid. That seems pretty good. I'll never have a huge monster on field to actually do anything with it, but, like, could be neat. I don't hate it. And then if we get more Dragon Maid cards over time, we can definitely build out that part of the deck. So, yeah, I like that. Also, now we can finally make Draglon. We have a potential way to do that, which we did not actually have a way to make it before. So now we have a way to do it, maybe. Probably not one that we're going to be using that often, but like it is one that we could potentially go into in a weird edge case. Yeah, let's dive into the games. Let's see what we do here. Let's go. Off the bat. Off the bat. Let's go. I'm not going to do Parlor yet. I think I'm just going to set Dino Sowing Pass. But, like, I feel very happy that we drew into Parlor right away. And to be able to do that effect next turn. That is about as good as it gets. So good. Let's go. I'm going to set this Dino Sowing and pass back to the opponent. I did have plays with Carter in that I could do by pitching it and then normal summoning the Hammerhead and the Dino Sowing and then making like a rank 4 or something. But I feel like Dino Sowing is just the better thing to start with. Sticks around on field and does stuff with that. So, yeah. I'm happy with this turn of events. Oh, it's so good. That is so good. The one downside is if we draw into Lorper, but that isn't even that bad because then we just summon out Parlor, bounce it back to hand, and get it from hand because it also summons from hand. So, yeah, this is pretty good. I am very... we'll see if we make it that far. We'll see if we make it that far. But I'll take this. That is a pretty powerful combo if it goes through. Our opponent might just be a bot. They might be a bot. Let's go. Let's go. They knew the Parlor was coming. They knew the Parlor was coming, and we were going to pop off with that. So they were like, we can't deal with this. You know, we just cannot win. I want to see what deck they were on. We're going to be in Silver 5. We made it out of Bronze this stream. Just I knew we'd make it out of Bronze. We just got such a good deck. There's no way we don't. And we got 3 more Legacy Packs as well to go into. Did we go into the Legacy Packs? I think, yeah, we did. Okay, let's check what... I want to see what deck they were on. We didn't get to see any of it. We were facing Pepe. I understand why they conceded. I do understand why they conceded here. I really do. What is this? Why are they playing Branded Regained? I think it's just bestial stuff, yeah. Insect Bestials is interesting deck. I think we would have beaten this. In all honesty, I think we would have beaten that if they had played it out. So, and let's dive into the shop. Let's get buying. There we go. Got these gems for the shopkeep here. And here we go. Here we are. We got another Dragon. I think that's a sign. Miracle Rupture. We do not have Fossil Fusion, but that would be kind of cool. Wonky Quartet. What is this? That what? That is wild. That is I don't think we play that. It's very funny, but that's so funny. So basically what this does is we have it on our field. During our standby phase, it attaches the top 3 cards of our deck to it. And then if we have 4 or less monsters attached to it, we give control to our opponent for them to do stuff with. And then if it makes it to the opponent's standby phase, then we attach 3 cards from the top of their deck to this card. And then if there are 5 or more monsters on it, it destroys it. And you take damage as well. And it destroys all monsters that they control. So that's what this thing does. Nowadays, the thing is awful because your opponent gets to link it off, right? But that is a very, very funny card at a given point in the game's history. So I found that cool. Gishki and Natalia. I think it's lore-based. Good lore reasons. But I don't think this card's that good. Because of Spirit. And we don't have any Gishki. So Hand of Nephthys. If we ever draw a Nephthys, that'll be good. Norek Brisingamen. I don't hate this because this is a battle trap. I don't hate that. I might include that. Cosmo Forerunner. Very cool if we get Cosmo stuff, but right now, I didn't really worth it, I don't think. And then Extinguish, so Rescue Ace stuff, but we don't have any Rescue Ace. So, Brisingamen might be something that we consider. That is an option. Let's have in the Legacy Packs, though. Because Brisingamen, it's something that we can do on the first turn as well, which is another reason to potentially play it. Let's open all these suckers up. Kuwagata Alpha and Brainjacker, 2 old cards. Not very good cards, but they're old. That's fun. Let's see here. What do we get next? Ignite Paladin. Okay, we do have Ignite stuff. So, I don't hate that. The issue is that, like, we don't have a Fire Warrior besides the Ignite stuff. So, well, actually, Therion Bullion might be a Fire Warrior. Oh, this might be a combo. Okay, I need to check our deck again. But, Saku's great, actually. Hold up. Saku is really good. I'll take Saku. Proglio is a generic link, so we're probably going to use it. Yeah, I'm going to use Proglio. It's really bad, but I'll use it. Just for weird edge cases. And then Shark Cruiser. Nah, this thing's bad. But yeah, I need to check the Ignite stuff. Because now we might actually have some tools there to get things going. Let's check. Masochist, edit deck. What is Therion Bullion? Is Therion Bullion a fire? Therion Bullion is a Fire Warrior. Okay. Okay, we've got a plan. We've got a plan with the Ignites. Put that Ignite in. Now we can scale these Ignites and then potentially pop them both. Get the Therion Bullion to hand. The issue with this is that these won't go to grave. But, like, we at least have a way to search Therion Bullion if we want to. And these are both scale 2s, which are both good scalings, I think. So, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. What do I cut now, though? Is the question. Oh, is this Fire? No, Fire Fairy. I honestly don't know what we're cutting now. Well, we're putting in Proglio as well, so let's take out the other fusion we have. Proglio, get in there. Actually, if we get a shiny version and a non-shiny version, we'll use the shiny version. Yes, please. I think the shiny version. Yeah, it's shiny. I don't want to put in Dragolon. I also don't want to put in this guy. Wonky Quartet seems really bad. I don't see any edge case for that. I either can take out, like, Enter Blathnir for it. I guess I'll do that. Just in case. Because there are maybe weird edge cases where this can come up. I'll put it in. I don't know. Maybe. And I think every extra deck monster we're playing is theoretically summonable by our deck. Actually, no. Wave King High Caesar is not. We don't have 2 level 6 fiends. But every other extra deck monster is theoretically summonable by our deck. So that's pretty cool. We're making our way to getting every extra deck monster summonable. We could make that work by putting in a Dragolon, but I don't know how we're making this a second time is the thing. I guess with the Summonite, maybe we could do something with that. Oh, speaking of traps, I should add in the Saku as well. Go ahead and do I add in Brisingamen as well? I don't think we add in Brisingamen. It just seems too situational. I'd rather just have the pure destruction of Saku. So I'll put that in. And now what are we cutting? What are we cutting down on? Maybe it's not the right time for Gallant. Maybe it's time it's going to take out. I don't know. It's so tough. I think we probably do want to take out... What other Fire Warriors do we have? Let's filter this out. Let's do Fire and Warrior. Where's Warrior? There we go. Warrior. Okay. Fire Warrior, what do we got? We do have a really bad guy there. I don't want that. And Therion Bullion. Those are the only ones. So... huh. Let's unfilter. When did we get that other Paladin? But that Paladin, I think that Paladin might have been something we had already. Maybe. I don't think it's worth adding a third Paladin, though. Because that seems really bad. It's so tough to figure out what to cut here. It might just be time to cut the, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out the Therion Bullion for now in the Dawn. Because Actually, we do have this warrior here too. Okay, so actually that's 2 warriors. Darion, Bolain giving this. So we do have 2 warriors there. So it's something we can play. I am going to cut out the Dawn though. Dawn just seems bad. Maybe I cut out... Maybe cut out Conjurer. Conjurer's kind of past its prime, I think. I'll cut out a Conjurer. Okay, I'll leave it like this. I'll leave it like this. I don't know. This maybe a bit iffy here, but I'm gonna do that and see how we do. So let's go. Dive into a duel. I'm gonna play until I win 1 more, and then I'll call it. 1 more actually winning. And well, actually, if someone disconnects 1 more time, then I'll call it as well, because I didn't want the stream to end on an anticlimax, but you know, if they keep quitting, you know, I can't really do much about that. So, Star, can I fight you? Well, this is in the ranked ladder, so I don't think we can actually like pair up that way. But in the future, maybe. In terms, if you're talking about dueling, I can. But yeah, I mainly play retro formats, so that's the thing. But let's go. Oh, this hand's so good. Hand is so good. We've got Parlor Dragon Maid here to send. That's pretty fun. I think I'm actually not going to do anything here, though. I don't want to send Parlor yet, because I want it around to bring back the thing. So, phase. Okay, I'll deck then with Fancia. Can I not do this? Oh, no, I can't. It's just normal summon. Damn, I messed that up. Okay, well. Well, I messed that up. So, I'm learning with the deck. I should have summoned this and then done it to add the other one. But I did not do that, and so we got punished for it. But maybe our opponent will be like, oh, they're on Sulfur Chords. Oh, no! This is not good. We might be OTK'd here. We might be a little bit OTK'd here. We might be a little bit OTK'd. Or not? What are they making? Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon? Okay. Okay, I don't think we care too much about that. Oh, now we care. This is OTK Central. Yeah. If we had normal summoned the Fancia, we would have still been alive here. Barely. But it would have at least given us another turn. So, rough stuff. Oh, we're still alive. Okay, cool. We're still alive. Barely, but we're still alive. It's going to be tough to get out of this one, but we can potentially do stuff. If we draw Antlion, that's going to be very good, because we can get rid of Tyrant Dragon. Yeah, that's rough. What are we going to do here? We're going to draw for 1, that's for sure. Ignite Paladin, so we can actually... Hold up. Hold up. Hold the phone. Can we do something here? What do we have in the extra deck? Because we can pen scale. We can pen summon a bunch of stuff. What did this guy do? Now phase. So the effect of this thing doesn't do anything. But doing this, scaling those. What does this do? What can we do with this? Ouroboros is, of course, an option. We flip something down, and then we bring out Lorper, right? But that didn't actually save us here. Do we have any Link monsters that can do stuff here, really? What did Proglio do? No, that didn't really do anything. Do we have 3 Earths? No, we do not have 3 Earths, so we can't do this one. Rocket, no, that didn't do anything. Yeah, we're kind of cooked. We're a bit cooked here. I still think we probably go for something here. Yeah, so let's Parlor Dragon Maid this. Send a Lorper. Yeah, and that's probably what we want to do. And now we scale up this. Pendulum Summon here. Yeah, we have a lot of different options to summon, but not really any good ones. Put this sucker here. Let's put this in grave. I probably should have done the, oh, won't matter. Flipping down that. You can throw something else? No, it's not really worth it. Bam. We're not winning this one, but we are clearing that blue eyes at least. We're making plays, that's right, but it's not really good ones, unfortunately. And 2. We are going to activate the effect. Otherwise, we're dead. And I'm not going to make a link here. Not really worth it, so I'll just pass. I will pass and hope they don't have another monster here. But, you know, we did what we had to do. And then if we draw Antlion, we are, I mean, not in the worst spot, so. They didn't have a monster last turn. Maybe they won this turn. Never mind. Okay, we are dead. We are dead. Damn. That was pretty good, though. We made some plays. I don't really think we had a way out of this one. Again, I should have summoned Fantia earlier. Well, actually, if I had... Oh, well, they had Raigeki anyway, so it doesn't matter. But... Yeah, I'll let them attack in with their blue eyes. You know, get that going. But... Yeah, pretty cool stuff, though. I'm happy we were able to do some stuff. But... Yeah, that's one of the... I love the pen stuff. Whenever we get pen scale set up, we're in a pretty good spot because our deck's like all monsters, so... I'm able to do stuff here. What are they doing? Are they waiting? Oh, they're summoning a Karibo. Okay, so... They're thinking here. They're thinking, well, what do I do besides this? Do I summon out Almirage? Do I summon Link Karibo? Here's 300. Here's 3,000. And that'll be the end of the game with the blue eyes. It does have a cool attack animation there at the end. So... Yeah, they did not need to use Raigeki or summon out Karibo. They're just ending the game kind of rudely. But, you know, we let that happen. I wanted to see the cool attack animation on the blue eyes. So, you don't often get to see that because people surrender. So, I figured I'd give them that gift there of seeing it. Let's dive into another. Silver 5, another tier of gameplay, you know. It's much trickier than the bronzes were. And this person's fighting for their rank, too. So, you know, there's even more on the line for them. I got Stratus flies away there. Woo. Off into the distance. This is a really good hand. This is a really good hand. May not seem it, but it actually is a really good hand. Let's go. Set. Pass. We're getting 3 in Urave for Summonite, and then we can tribute out to Lockwell. So we're feeling good about this because we can pitch the Carter in to use the effect of Biz Soldier to bounce something back. While we don't die this turn, I feel like we're not in a bad spot. Okay, they're popping off a bit, unfortunately. Bring out a Mally. Oof. Gonna link off into a hero, maybe? You know, it makes sense that they are on a hero deck, given that they got Stratos there, so. Can they do, like, a cross hero or something? I forget his name, but... Yeah, Cross Crusader, that's what it is. So now they get to add the Mally, and then they get to tribute the Mally, and then they get to add a hero from deck to hand. Oh, or they can just tribute the Drill Dark. That works too. Are you going to try to pierce? They can pierce over the Ignite, funnily enough. But I think we're in a very good spot here. Okay, there goes the Mally. That's true. They do have a lot to lose when you're on Silver 5. Yeah. It's all about the pride on this level. I agree. And, you know, especially losing to a deck like this, like that is a major blow for some people. But yeah, there goes the Mally. Is Mally unlimited in this format or not? I forget. But Dread Decimator coming down. Yes, this would have been able to attack over the 6-9 anyways. So we're taking 300 and opposed to 800 there. So actually, we might have taken less damage overall if we had summoned out the Insect Knight. It doesn't matter. Okay, we can deal with this board. This is a very easy board to deal with. A very trivial board to deal with, actually. Nagging Rocket Dragon's cool for Exploder Rocket that we can get out from deck, but we're just going to go for Abyss Soldier here. And then we're going to activate the effective Abyss Soldier here. We're going to discard the card we're in, and then we're going to bounce the Dread Decider. And then we're just going to attack in. Easy. Easy peasy. Very easy. What does Carterin do in Grave? It's, can I activate that? Oh, yeah, you need an Earth and Water monster. Okay, that's what it is. Anyways, I'm just going to pass back to them. We've got enough for a Summonite, potentially, if they pop the Abyss Soldier. We also have a Nagging Rocket Dragon here, which is kind of cool, so. I think we're in a good spot. They did, like, very little last turn. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with this turn of events. We drew another water, so we actually can do something with that. But do we want to bounce their card? Maybe not. I kind of just want to go Magna Rocket, get in, save Adrian for some extensions. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's tricky. Yeah, I'm just going to attack in. Because, like, if I bounce that set, like, they just get it back next turn anyways. So, like, it doesn't really matter there too much. So I'm just going to attack. What is that? That's a Dreamer. Okay. That's perfectly fine. That can be engraved. I don't care. And that's going to go through as well. Okay. I feel good about that. I could have overlaid these. I could have linked off with them. I don't think I need to right now, especially given I've got the Summonite, so. And I've got Twocklo. I got a lot of stuff here, so. I feel like we're in a good spot. Stratos is annoying for us. They will be able to get the search there. That could potentially turn on things for them, which is rough indeed, but I still feel like we're in a good spot so far. But yeah, they can probably combo off here. We do have Summonite to mitigate some of this, but if they can deal a lot of damage to us, that is not going to be that good for us. Oh no. I hate that guy. This guy is so annoying. Ugh. Okay, they're passing. Okay, we will take that because we do have some stuff to do here. We can do pretty well. So, Boggart Knight's fun. What do I tribute here? What is that? D-Tactics? Wait, let me think here. So, combine attack with the original attack of the card. You treat this. I think. During standby phase. Special summon your field. Destroyed by a card effect. I think I could just overlay and set the Stratos and do that. So I think I will do that, honestly. I don't need to pitch for Abyss Soldier here, so I'm just going to do this. I'll put that right here. And then I'll set down the Stratos. Kind of annoying because I wanted the rocket to get its effect off, but you know, what can you do? And oh, I could have actually overlaid. I messed that up. I didn't realize I had normal summon, so what I should have done is I should have overlaid this Boggart Knight and left the rocket on field. That is my bad though. That's how it goes sometimes. That's weird. Okay. It just cannot be destroyed by battle? Okay. What a bizarre card. They had a poly. Oh, I could have also made... Oh, I just completely messed this up. I could have also brought back Tartarin. If I summoned out Boggart Knight. Yeah, this is an oopsie on my part. Yeah, I definitely messed... I left some plays on the table here. I think it's still fine, ultimately. But, like, it's just kind of annoying. But yeah. You just can't be destroyed by battle, huh? That is very annoying for us to deal with. I'm not sure we can really... What do we have that can stop that? I don't know what we got. Yeah, no, we don't really have much here. Stop that. The one thing we have is Wonky Quartet, maybe. Actually, we've got a Haster. Like, Haster doesn't really... It's not quick enough to stop it, I don't think. Yeah, we're in a tough spot. We're in a rough spot. Oh, Stratos is unlimited. Oh, I forgot about that. Damn. Yeah, let's use this then. I'm gonna select Magnarok because that's the one I want summoned back. And we'll see if they give us 2 or if they give us the 1. Summon the chosen monster. Okay, I will bring that out in defense position. So it's gonna get run over. So. I don't hate this. Yeah, this is not going to be a winning game for us, I don't think. That trap is very annoying for us. Yeah. What are they going to fuse into? Use up that Spirit of Neos. Do it. Please do it. I don't like this thing. I can't beat it. Actually, I do have one way to beat it. If I get into a Glaciosaur, then tribute that for Colocolo. Oh no. That is not good. That's not good. Yeah, we definitely cannot deal with that. Yeah, we did get some extra deck plays. That is true, Zachary and Cheese, but it might not matter here overall. No, not the Exploder Rocket. No, I wanted that. Yeah, let's see. This lethal on board, it might be. That's 4,300, then plus 20. Yeah, this is lethal. This is lethal indeed. They just got to discard the Hero Neos in hand. The Neos Honest thing. I mean, you got to do it here if you got it. Did they fuse with it? No, they didn't fuse with it. They still have it in hand. Just use it. No, they would have won the game there. Come on. Just prolonging the inevitable. Jeez. Goodness. Is it banished once we... Yeah, banished. No. So that wouldn't have mattered there. Damn. That was unfortunate because they could have just won the game. Like, oh. Yeah. It's always a shame when that sort of thing happens. In defense mode. Okay. I will draw a card, yes. Thank you. That actually keeps me alive. Why did they do this? They threw the game. They threw the game 100%. Do the effect of this. I mean, they're still going to win, but they did potentially throw. like, why would you do this? Now you want a quick effect, use the Phoenix Enforcer. Use the quick effect. Okay. 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 This person did not know how to play their deck. We're still going to lose to them, but my word, this is just abysmal. Oh, so bad. Like, they didn't pitch Honest Neos, did they? No, they've still got Honest Neos in hand. Like, I don't know. Maybe get them on a timeout. Okay. What are they going to fuse with this? Probably the Stratos, the Drawler. Oh, they fused the Phoenix Enforcer? Why would they do that? Or draw hand? Is that what's called? Dominance, sure. But like, Phoenix Enforcer is so good. This does target, right? Did not target, okay. Well, I'm still going to let them do it, because they can still switch the Stratos to attack and win. They did banish it. Okay, yep, there you go. And we were cooked here. Well, no, they switched the Stratos to attack over the fans here. Okay, I'm just going to surrender. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve to attack in. This person is toying with us, and also it's like they played that badly. Like, they did not play that well. To be fair, they didn't need to play that well, but they played that really bad. Like, that was, it always hurts losing to people like that, because it's like, come on, like, learn your deck. Jeez. They're reading you're in silver 5. Yeah. Okay, you're going first or second? Which one will we be going? Going second, okay. I think I prefer going second with this deck. I should just click second with this deck anyways, but and the tantalizing promise of Space Ghost. Electric could go pretty hard here. Electric could go pretty hard, not gonna lie. We don't have a water for Abyss Soldier, that is rough. It's kind of an awkward arraying of cards here. You have a scale 5, that's pretty nice. If you draw like a scale 2 or 3, then we can make some extra deck plays happen, but... Trap Tricks! That is unfortunate for us, I think. Yeah, a lot of trap holes that can give us a lot of trouble. Boom, 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 boom. Which one that? That is Arachnacampa. We go into Sarah. Yep, Sarah's the main one they set up. And then, yeah, they get to set a whole direct from the deck if a Trap Trick monster effect is activated, so. We're saying a bottomless, okay. Here. Yeah. What does it do beyond that? Nothing. Okay. Oh, they're setting their back row. Oh, do they have the... Do they have the one that lets them extend here, or are they just gonna send a... Yeah, let's see. I mean, we'll see what they do. Okay, they sent a regular trap hole. They're on regular trap hole. Interesting. Okay, so... If they bring out Earth, we can still bring out Elector. That's pretty nice. Rafflesia is going to be annoying for us, though. That's going to be very annoying for us to deal with. This is going to get bottomless, probably, I assume. Yep, there's the bottomless. And now we just try and extend further. But it might be a bit tough, because they get to do another Trap Trick thing here, and then they get to pop off a bit. But we do have some ways forward. This is kind of like all we have to do. So, what did Nepenthe do? That's fine. Want to get over that Sarah. Then there goes the Rafflesia. Yep. So this is what we were trying to bait out. So we can beat over the Sarah. That's fine. I believe they can't activate this the turn that it's done. Okay, they cannot. So bottomless, but that's okay. We still have Elector, so we can bring out Elector here. Yeah, I'm gonna negate Rafflesia. Oh, we can beat over Sarah here. Ah, they did have Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare. Damn. Yeah, we kind of had to hope that that wouldn't be Trap Trick, Trap Hole, Nightmare, because this was our main way that we could actually get over the Sarah. But, yeah, that's rough. That was a good one, though. I feel like if we had negated the Rafflesia and then hit over the Sarah, we might have been in it. It's tough because they still had Rafflesia online, but, like, yeah, we're kind of cooked here. So I'll pass back to them on that. I mean, it is what it is. I like that we had enough extension to actually like bait out a ton of stuff. Like we basically used up all their whole interaction that turn, which is kind of surprising for a Mascot's deck to do. So I liked that. That was fun. And there's Pudica. Trap Trip Garden. That a field spell for the deck? I didn't realize that they had a field spell. But yeah, Sarah is nuts. Sarah is wild. Sarah is so good for the deck. I think trap decks are really cool in terms of like game design. Obviously, like the art is something that is unfortunate, but I think the game plan itself is very cool. So that's pretty nice. But yeah. Gravediggers trap hole. I don't think they can kill us this turn, but they might as well kill us because like we do not have enough to do against what they've got. Like Bottomless hoses us. Anything here honestly really hoses us. Are they gonna link into? Is there a link 2 or link 1? Link in 1. Okay. Oh, they're overlaying again. Alomiris. I feel like this one you don't see that often, but maybe a newer one. That's pretty good. Alomiris is pretty good. But they do have to attach both to do this, but it does extend further, so that's kind of nice. Get back to Pudica, and Pudica gets to banish one of my stuff. But I'm okay with this because I get to special summon back like Abyss Soldier or Vice, but then they got Bottomless for that anyways. Use up Bottomless there. So we may also be dead here. It's not the most likely thing. I mean, Traptrix is not known for OTKing the opponent, but like we might as well be. Pinguilica. Pinguicula, I guess. What does this do? Add 1 Traptrix. Okay, that's pretty good. That is a crazy card. Actually, that's so good. Yeah, we're very dead here. There basically isn't anything we can do from this position. Yeah, no, because basically we special summon out something on our standby. They like Bottomless it. They get to suck it up with Pinguicula. I mean, it's just not looking good for us. And they get to also add a Traptrix monster from deck to hand right now, and it's just looking very rough. But also, Traptrix Garden prevents us from being over their stuff too. So, I mean, very cool. I mean, Traptrix. I'm not upset to see this deck win. It's not a Blue Eyes deck, not a Dark Condition deck. It is a deck that is like doing its own thing, and it's neat. I like it. So, okay, we can't actually pen scale here really, but oh, Holitea, that's the extension trap, yeah. And they've got like Royal Rare or something. That's pretty cool. Now they get to special summon a Traptrix monster, which can then wreak havoc on us, and yeah, very cool stuff there. Atrax coming out. You can activate them from hand. I will. Sure, let's go for it. I feel like they're going to Bottomless it. Yep, there's the Bottomless, but that baits that out at least. So, and then Pinguicula is going to attach it as material most likely, I assume. Because that part's not once per turn, I don't think. Oh, they're not going to do that. That's interesting. I wonder why they didn't do that. Hey, let's try and bait out something here. No, not the regular trap hole. Okay, that time they will do it. But it's not one per turn, so I think you can just do it multiple times. So, anyway, let's see. I'm gonna psych him out. I'm gonna be like, oh, what you gonna do? And then yeah, I surrender. But I mean, again, very cool deck that they're playing. I'm much happier to lose to that than like a Blue Eyes deck, you know. Let's do one or two. Let's try for one more. If it's a good game, if it's a bad game, then I might do another. But yeah, we're approaching the 4-hour mark on the stream, so that's a bit long for me. So we made some good progress in Match Duel. We also got to show off some fun Stein locals. If you're just tuning in for the stream now and you missed the Stein locals earlier, you want to check them out, they'll be archived on YouTube, so you can watch it there. But this hand slaps. This hand is so good. This hand is so good because we get to make Glaciosaur. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so happy. I don't want to make Glaciosaur right now, though. So I'm just going to set a Saku. But I'm so excited that we'll be able to make Glaciosaur. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Basically what we do is we pitch Abyss Soldier, summon out Agrine. That's 10 on field because she summons out a token. That's level 3. And Flip-Flop Frog is a level 2, so we can do stuff with that. So, interesting. Now, the smart play to do here is to not go for Glaciosaur. The Glaciosaur uses up way too many resources. However, I gotta go for it. I gotta go for it. It's just too funny. Let's bring out this token. Bam. Bam. We're bringing this guy out. Even if it was the bad play, we're bringing him out. We're going to run into our opponent's Flip-Flop Frog. But yeah, I occasionally host these streams just on my Twitch because I can start doing them on Twitch and YouTube, though. Wait, can I... Oh, no, that didn't really do anything there. But yeah, I can start continuing this more on the regular YouTube channel. I was basically doing it to start, like, to grow out the Twitch. See, that's why I shouldn't have done this. That's why I should have not have done this. No! My Glaciosaur! No! Yeah. It was funny. It was funny, so I support it. But no, my Glaciosaur. My beautiful Glaciosaur. Damn. Glaciosaur is honestly just bait. It's not the move most of the time, but it's so funny if you can do it. Yeah, Worm Carteros is fine. I'm not going to Saku this. Like, I see no reason to Saku this. I can beat over that with many things in my deck. So, yeah. Exploder Rock is not what I want right now. I will admit. That's not what I want. If I draw into, like, any pen scale, I'm sitting pretty because I can summon out Explode Rocket and Lorper. If I draw into any monster that can beat over Carteros that's not a tribute monster, I'm sitting pretty. The downside is I might not do that. So, yeah. They got another Carteros. Uh-oh. Here comes the big beats. 2400 getting in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bad spot. Not doing well. Let's go, Psychic Snail, the goat. Bam. Let's beat down these Carteroses. Get it out of here. Bam. Try getting over my Psychic Snail. I don't think they can. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they got the Worm Prince. Uh-oh. I tricked him. I made him think that that was enough to take me down, but it was not. And now our Psychic Snail is just riding. Just living the dream. Chaos Daedalus, do we have a Light and Dark? No, we do not. We just have Waters. Just Waters. All Waters. Oops, all Waters. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We got Psychic Snail. Let's just hit in here. Get in for 19. And We'll draw into a pen scale eventually. Once we draw into a pen scale, we can summon out Lorper and Exploder Rocket. Which, unfortunately, the level 7 dragon, not a level 8 dragon, or else we could make Dragluon as well. But I think it's fine. They're on pure worms. No spells and traps, just worms. All worms. No non-worms. Oh, they got a back row now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I wasn't prepared for a back row. Okay, that's good if they clear the, it's good if they clear the snail. I'm just gonna get in over this monster. I don't think they can kill me here. Oh, it's a Zex. Zex, unfortunately, Jagen was a, couldn't they have just summoned out Zex? Brought back Jagen? Why didn't they do that? I honestly don't know why they didn't do that. I feel like that would have been the right move, but ah well. I'll take it. I really don't think they can kill us here. And if they kill the snail, we've got Ghost Lancer. Set in 1, I'll take it. I will take it. Ice Queen, let's go. This is the issue with this deck, right? Look at my hand. Look at... This is the issue with playing a deck like this. But when we draw a pen scale, oh, it'll be magnificent. Yeah, nice effect, Dimocles. Take that. I wonder if they're playing W Meteorite Nebula, or what is it? W Nebula Meteorite? Is that what it's called? I wonder if they're playing that. But, I mean, sometimes it's too easy. I mean, all you need is a snail. All you need is a snail. This is such a good game. Oh my god. Now, don't you dare disconnect, Greg. I see them disconnecting. Okay, there we go. We're back in it. This game's intense. You better not quit out on me. GG. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Why would we not just commit everything? I'm just going to do it all. They're all coming out here. Let's go. I'm just too good. I don't know what to say. I'm just too good. I mean, it could be a... Oh no, they can destroy my my Angelia. No. Damn. They got rid of my Angelia. Anyways. The Ice Queen doesn't, you know, lower herself to attacking. You know, she's just there. Yeah, if TT wasn't the back row, Exploder Rocket Dragon would still summon me out a guy next turn, and I'd still be able to pen scale some stuff. But yeah, it was a risk, but like I feel like it was worth taking to win. So, and also that was iconic, right? I brought out all the tribute monsters I was just bricking on in hand. Like that's so good. What is this? This is oh, I was waiting for Emperor of Land to see. This card really ties our deck together. It's a reptilian monster that sprays fire in every direction. So we really did need that sort of omnidirectional fire spraying. That really was important for us here. But oh yeah. That felt good. That was the best game I played in this challenge. That was so funny. Anyways, one pack here. We're gonna be opening up this master pack. Let's go. Hopefully we can get something good to end out the stream with. Chemicritter Carbo Crab. I'm pretty sure this is awful. Yes, this card is awful. Good confirmation there. Prank Kids Pranks. I don't think we have really Prank Kid stuff to do this with. But cool if we ever get the making of a Prank Kid deck. Snake Eye Birch. I think we actually have like Snake Eye something, but I don't think we can really use this. Actually, we might have just another Birch, funnily enough. But yeah, I don't think that's really that good for us right now. Randomizer, it's funny, but really bad. Actually, we could use this. We could do this and just burn our opponent because we're playing like all monsters, but like I don't think that's worth it. I think it's really bad. Fairy Cheer Girl. I don't think we have 2 level 4 fairies, but it is kind of a generic disease, so maybe we could add it. I don't know. Fairy Wind is neat, but I don't think we can really use that. Worm Opera. Speaking of worms, this is pretty funny, but this is bad. This is a very bad card. And then Minerva, is that a good one? Counter Trap. I don't really play counter traps. And yeah, Minerva's cool for counter fairies, but not for us. So unfortunately, not really a good master pack there. But that's fine. We still got the legacy packs to go through. So we got 3 of these to open. So we could get something good. I mean, we got Saku out of the last set of these. And we got 2 Goldens here. So clearly that will be a good card, right? For sure. Helios Primordial Sun and full salvo. Okay, not good cards there, but maybe the second Golden. Second Golden's the golden one. You know, that's the one that really matters. Cloak and Dagger. Nope. Bad card. This was from Strike of Neos. I do know what that does. It's bad. Primal Seed. It's awful, awful card. But especially for our purposes. Okay, maybe those golds were just sort of foreshadowing of how good this last pack would be. Root Water. Okay, that's perfect. That's exactly what we needed. This is going into the deck 100%. Never coming out of the deck. It's just too good. Flame Ruler. This is also not really that good. Yeah, those were kind of duds, but, you know, we got through some of the duds to hopefully lead the way for better cards in the future. And maybe in the future we'll get good cards that will synergize with that, and they won't be as duddy later on. But let's see, do we have fairies in here? I don't think we have fairies. You know, a lot of different types, but not really fairies, especially level 4 fairies. So yeah, not really anything we can do with that, but like, it's not bad to know for later. Actually, fancy the level 4, but I don't think there's another one here. I don't think it's worth just putting in a random fairy to like potentially make Fairy Cheer Girl. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Fairy Cheer Girl is going in the deck right now. Actually, what I'll do, I'll take out the Wave King High Seeder is like never getting made. Fairy Cheer Girl, maybe if I get a fairy later on, that's good. I'll put it in the deck. This reminds me that it's there, so I'll just do that, and we'll say the deck is that. Not really a meaningful update, but still a fun one. And I don't know, maybe we do randomizer control later on. Well, we need no cards in hand. Never mind, never popping off for us, but still fun. Can pair with Conjurer, I guess, later on. So, but yeah, cool stuff. I like the making of the deck we got. I'm excited to keep doing this in the future. But that's gonna do it for the stream. I hope you enjoyed as always. I'll be streaming next weekend, but that'll be, yeah, I'll be streaming the locals for sure. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming this one as well next weekend or sometime during the week, but we'll find out. So let me know if you like this down in the comments below. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube with a subscribe. Head over to the YG from Zero Discord server. Do all that good stuff. Grow the community even further. And hopefully we have more fun streams like this in the future. But I hope you all enjoyed it always. I'm going to call it for now.